Fred, do be careful of the polish on that bar top.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Walker.
And there's no need to take that tone either. We're all in the same boat. I can understand Mrs. Ogden not appreciating the situation, but I'm surprised that Elizabeth isn't here.
Well, you told her not to come in till later because she was poorly. I mean, I was standing right next to you, Mrs. Walker, when you said it.
Yes, I know, but that was a gesture, and I hope she would ignore it. However, she obviously isn't doing, and we certainly can't expect anything from Beth.
Oh, you can say that again, Mrs. Walker. She's playing both ends against the middle, is that one? Can't come in here because she's looking after Alf, and can't look after Alf because she's working in here. She's got it right sweet as that one. Oh.
Fred?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
Go and get Susie.
Susie?
Miss Birchall, tell her to come here to start again as soon as she can. We will let Bet devote all her time to Mr. Roberts.
Well.
And inform Bet of the situation and tell her to stay where she is.
Right, Mrs. Walker. Just leave it to me.
Morning.
Susie in?
What do you want it for?
Well, let's just say that I've got something to tell her that may be to her advantage. Shall I go in?
No, it's all right. I'll get her. Susie! I'd get myself covered up if I were you.
Thanks for your hospitality.
Don't mention it. What do you want?
Well, give us a smile, Suze. I'm the bearer of glad tidings, aren't I? That's if you want your job back, that is. Mrs. Walker says you can come back to the Rovers as soon as you can manage it.
Honestly?
Well, me would I tell a lie?
What's happened?
Well, I fixed it, haven't I? That's all. Look, Mrs. Walker takes a lot more notice of me than what people think. As soon as I saw her first thing this morning, I said, Mrs. Walker, let's have Susie back in here. Get Bet Lynch round there looking after Alf Roberts. Right, Fred, she says you're on, so come on, get your skates on. Come on, Suze. Scout's on her. Mrs. Walker wants you back at the Rovers, and that means now.
Well, I can't come as I am, can I?
Suit me, darling.
Look, give me half an hour.
I'll go and tell her. Hey, that's not coffee I can smell, is it?
Yes, and I will see you in half an hour.
They'll be expecting us to open, you know.
No, they won't. I put a sign up. Whoever it is can't read. Blow 'em.
What sort of a sign?
Shop closed due to indisposition. And don't worry, I spelt it right.
I'm not bothered about your spelling, I'm bothered about my profits.
I told you why I did it.
Shh, quiet.
Hey, I've got my flask.
Oh, good.
What's up?
Note. Have I interrupted a marital disagreement?
You better get going. Your mates will be waiting for you.
Keep your big nose out, Eddie. OK. Carry on rowing.
I'd be ashamed of him knowing for a start.
Not to be ashamed of. Everybody borrows sometime.
Not from moneylenders like Sid Kippax, they don't.
Well, where else could I go?
Why did you have to go anywhere?
Well, the job was getting on top of me, like, you know. And when those that I'd done didn't pay up, I couldn't find housekeeping for you. I mean, you'd have gone spare if I'd given you a note, wouldn't you?
Do you mean you were frightened of me?
Well, you do go on a bit sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, well, how did it get on top of you exactly?
Well,
what happened?
It was my ladders, you see. I was scared of falling off them, you know. I was all right down below, downstairs, like. And I'll be all right again up the ladders when it gets a bit warmer. So it's so flipping cold, you know.
You better stay where you are today, then. Don't look too clever.
No, I can do a couple of shops. I don't mind the steps. It's the ladders, you know.
No. No, you stay where you are, Chuck. Hey, dear. I wish you'd have told me.
So, it's about time you showed your face.
Well, what's up with you? It's only 9 o'clock.
We're short-staffed, aren't we?
You're here, Mrs. Ogden.
Well, of course I'm here. What's all the palaver about?
Mrs. Ogden, when a ship is sinking, it is up to the entire crew to man the pumps. Perhaps you haven't noticed.
Won't be so bad, Mrs. Walker. She'll be here in a minute.
Well, I hope so. Now send her through as soon as she arrives.
It'll be a pleasure.
Who's she when she's at home?
Keep it to yourself, Hilda, but there's this lady writer, you know. She writes them sexy books. Coming to work behind the bar to find out what it's all about.
Pull the other one, it's got bells on.
Look, Hilda, get some work done, will you? You'll find out all about it soon enough.
Hey, Betty Turpin's not ill again, is she?
Keep your nose out, Hilda. I've told you, you'll find out soon enough.
I do work here, you know. I'm entitled to information.
Well, do some flipping work, then, and you'll get some.
How's that? Dead in half an hour.
Oh, you're a little marvel, Suze, a little marvel. Mrs. Walker wants to see you straight away in the back room.
Does she now? Good morning, Hilda.
Morning.
Now then, Hilda, all your questions are answered.
Are they heckers like? If Bet and Betty are back, what's she doing here?
Aha, that's the $64,000 question, that is, Hilda. Oh, yes, definitely.
Morning, campers. Heidi, hi.
Howdy flipping ho.
What's up with it?
Oh, don't ask me.
Well, I'd like to tell you better, would. It's the greatest of pleasure, but you know what Mrs. Walker's like when anybody spoils her little bits of fun. She wants to see you straight away in the back room.
Come in.
Good morning, Mrs. Walker.
Ah, Bet, dear, I tried to save you a journey. I sent Fred with a message, but he said the shop was shut and nobody answered his knock.
Yeah, we had to shut shop, you know, with Alf being laid up.
Precisely, dear. That was why I sent him with the message. Now, dear, it's obvious that you're very concerned about Mr. Roberts. I mean, you come in here late because you've been looking after him, and you leave early so that you can carry on the good work. So, really, it would be better if you were a full-time nurse and, of course, assistant. And Miss Birchall will take your place.
Well, how long will it be before I can come back?
That depends, dear.
You mean on how long it takes Alf to get better?
Amongst other things, yes.
I see.
It gives you an opportunity to repay Alf for offering you the lodgings.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I'll tell him. Be very pleased.
I'm sure he will.
Oh, and give Mr. Roberts our best wishes, will you?
I will.
There you go, Hilda. Another satisfied customer.
Oh, you're a contriving devil, you.
Keeps you young, Hilda. Keeps you young.
Hello?
It's only me.
What have you forgotten now?
Do you want me to tell you, Alf? Do you want me to tell you what I've forgotten?
Well, I've asked you, haven't I?
I'll tell you what I've forgotten. I've forgotten what a scheming pair of so-and-sos Annie Walker and Fred G can be when they stick their flaming heads together. That's what I've forgotten. I'm sorry if I sound bitter, Alf, but that's the way I feel. I could have told you that I came back here because I insisted on it. But that wasn't the way it was. No, it was Madam Walker that insisted on it. That was it after she'd put Susie Birchall in my job. So that's why I'm here. To take good care of you and look after your shop. You better get used to the idea.
What are you doing?
Preparing the toaster.
Why, what's wrong with it?
Well, it won't shoot up probably when the toast's done, you know.
It were Christmas when I told you that.
Oh, I thought, well, I got a bit of spare time.
Stanley, I chucked that broken toaster in the bin first week in January. This is a new one off the second-hand stall in the market.
You mean the wrong one?
There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh. Oh, well, I'll soon get it back together again. I thought it was different one, you see.
Oh, Stan, what we gonna do?
We'll manage.
How? Now, just tell me how. We haven't even got no policies left to surrender. How the heck can you save for a rainy day when it tipples down 6 times a week? We owe Kippax 185 quid, Stan.
Yeah. I'll be all right on the inside, you know.
Oh, no, it's time you packed up work altogether. Most men have at your age.
How would I get out? I mean, they give me no dole and no redundancy or anything like that. I reckon I get about 15 quid a week on supplementary benefit.
Well, I don't understand it, I don't, honest. It's not as though we don't work hard. I'm sure I wasn't born for this. Neither were you, Chuck.
Sorry, what was it, Emily? Sweet or dry?
Sweet, please.
Fred, give us a sweet share and a large scotch, will you?
All right.
And may I say, it's nice to see you back.
You said that as though you meant it.
She's not so bad from the front either.
A little less coarseness, Fred, please.
I was only joking, Mrs. Walker.
Really?
That's you told.
Why shouldn't I mean what I say?
Why break the habit of a lifetime?
Well, you wouldn't recognise me. I'm a changed man.
Oh, is that why I couldn't wait to give my job back, eh?
Too disturbing. Having you working there all the time.
My ballroom, he seems a bit subdued these days. He looks as if he's had the stuffing knocked out of him.
It's business, Betty. It's never easy.
Oh, no, it isn't, is it?
There you go. Sounds like she's enjoying herself.
Sounds like they both are.
And you're happy. Things worked out all right, didn't they?
I may be happy, but I'm not exactly rejoicing.
Do you know what I think, Emily? Deirdre was made for me, but I wasn't made for her.
That could be a very wise remark.
Unlike those two, they're custom built for each other.
So what do you think it is, then?
I don't know what it is exactly. Hilda was very reserved, you know. Whatever it is, they're keeping it to themselves.
Perhaps it's another kiss.
Yeah, could be. Even we have them.
We're entitled.
Hey, give us a kiss.
No, I've got time for them. Look, I've got to be off. Jenny's supposed to be there early. Tell Mrs. Ogden to kiss and make up. It's the best part.
I'm asking you a simple question. Did you understand the terms of the contract when we negotiated the loan?
Yeah, of course I did, yeah.
You were in no doubt about the rate of interest and the date of repayment. I mean, it was explained to you. Am I right or aren't I?
That's not the point, Mr. Kippax.
Pardon me for disagreeing, but it's exactly the point. Because if he knew what he had to pay and when he had to pay it, what I want to know is why he isn't putting the money in my hand.
Well, we haven't got it at the moment.
No, I haven't got it at the moment.
I suppose you know I've got the law on my side. I could have you in court over this.
Oh, we'll get it for you.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it for you, I promise you.
I wondered who the posh wheels belong to. How much do you owe him?
185 quid. Why do you know him?
Of course I know him. Everybody knows him. All right, Sydney. On your bike. Go and get your court order. Go on.
Don't push me.
Who's pushing you?
This won't do you a bit of good, you know. I'm a man of my word, I am.
Yeah, I don't know the word. Come on. Get out.
Get your hands off me.
And I thought I was stupid.
Oh, don't make it worse, Eddie.
How could I? How could I?
What's this?
I thought you wanted soup.
Oh, these are carrots.
Are they? Oh, so they are. Where's soup then? Gotcha. And your sardines.
And tomato. Oh, good. Right.
Do you know, I'm a dab hand at adding up drinks, but I'm hopeless when it comes to groceries.
I've made it £2.20.
Do you, love?
Yeah.
Who am I to argue? Give us your money.
Right.
Won't keep you waiting long, sir. Thank you,
very
madam.
much.
Come again.
Thank you. How's Mr. Roberts?
When last seen, definitely breathing.
Oh, good. Well, give him my best wishes.
Oh, I will, love.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. should set him back a week or two.
Look, I've no time for gas. I'm in a rush. Give me roll mop herrings.
You what?
Me Jara, roll mop herrings.
Oh, I don't think we've got none of them.
Yes, I'll say the order, my son, yesterday, love. He's left them on the counter.
Oh, them, or so them.
You what?
Well, I didn't think they were out special, love. I just put them on counter and they went.
Didn't I tell you?
Well, he might have done. I can't remember everything.
Oh, that's charming, that is. Now, if the traipse down to the flaming precinct, you bet your life they won't have any either.
Well, look on the bright side, Chalk. If exercise will do you good.
Oh.
You all right, love?
Yes, I'm fine. Are you all right?
Great. I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, that'll do.
I should have seen, you know. I mean, he is my husband. It's up to me to notice these things.
Well, he always did come it a bit. I mean, he was never behind his oar when it came to swinging the lead, was he? Can't blame yourself too much.
No, he's genuine this time. Oh, I could have kicked myself, you know. I mean, the days I've nagged at him to get out and earn money, and he hasn't even been able to climb his ladders. He's just mooched about and borrowed money and brought it home and kidded me on he's earned it.
Well, you just have to do your best and keep going.
That won't come hard. I've been doing it for years. Oh, hello, Chuck. Eddie's fixed the toaster.
Oh, I done that.
Yeah, well, I was doing nothing, you know. Look, I'm just going down to Rovers with my lady friend for a drink. Do you want to come for one?
No, you're all right.
Oh, go on, don't be daft. You can have one.
No, look, got me coupons to do.
Right, well, I'll see you then.
Well, don't be later than 6:30. I've got the stew on.
Can't wait, Hilda.
Right. I wonder if there's out we could sell.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. We haven't got out worth 185 quid any road. Look, Stan, I know we've talked about this before, but what about our Trevor?
No.
Well, he is our only son. I mean, we brought him up and give him a start in life. Least he can do is help us out at a time like this.
I said no. He's made it pretty clear when he thinks about us, hasn't he? I will not go and bended knees to him or anybody else. No.
Hey, you're a funny and you.
Why? Why am I funny?
Well, just when I think you haven't got no principles, you go and come up with some.
I will not borrow from our Trevor. I won't borrow from Eddie either. It's borrowing what goes into this flaming mess, isn't it? Look, get a bit of paper, a pencil. Make a list of what we might sell. You never know your luck, do you?
No, you never know your luck.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I can't get Stan and Hilda off my mind.
How much do they owe?
185 quid. It'll be more next week.
It's a lot of money.
It's a small fortune to Stan and Hilda.
Look, love, anything you want to do is all right by me.
Well, it's no good lending him. I mean, that's where borrowing's got him now. And I can't give it to them, not after losing that 1,000.
Couldn't you give them an advance on your end?
Well, I thought of that, but they need my money to buy food. I mean, they still have to feed me. I mean, I know Hilda's earning, but it's only peanuts.
Oh, it is a problem, isn't it?
So's having too much, according to some. I know which one I'd rather have.
Mate!
What?
Don't come in. I'm changing my pyjamas.
Right, love.
You really shouldn't be doing that, you know, over the cooked meats.
No, I shouldn't, should I? What can I get for you, Mrs. Walker?
Just an audience with the invalid. I brought him one of my custard tarts.
Be my guest.
Was he upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs. Go straight through.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Roberts was changing his pyjamas.
Get away. It's never the first of the month already, is
There's
it?
no laughing, Matt. He was...
Well, you've seen it all before.
Good evening.
Evening, sir.
Find me a packet of my cigars in less than half an hour, and I'll buy them.
Ready, honey?
Ready for what?
You think you're a raver. You're a babe in arms compared to this lot here.
Hello, Mr. Baldwin. I thought I seen you come in.
Yes, Hilda.
Well, I seen this well-dressed fella crossing the street, and I said to myself, there's only one man as smart as that round here.
Hilda, what do you want?
Well, I'll tell you. I was wondering, you know, the way you do idle like, and I said to myself, well, there's no harm in asking. Yeah, well, I was wondering, now that things have blown over a bit, would there be any chance of me having my job back cleaning at the factory?
No.
Well, why not? I mean, I do for you, and you never have no complaints. You wouldn't have given me that reference if you hadn't been satisfied with me work.
Hilda, doing for me and doing for that lot over there are two completely different things. I mean, I'm easygoing. And for another thing, they got memories that would make an elephant look like an absent-minded professor. They don't trust you, Hilda. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, don't matter. Like I said, I just thought I'd ask.
You know, when you said you were sorry then, I could have swore you meant it.
What's she want another job for? She does for me. The doctor she's always bending me ear about, the Rovers, and...
She's married to Stanley, isn't she? Glutton for punishment.
What do you say?
You don't want me back? Oh, he was quite nice about it, but... Well, he's got his reasons.
Will you do enough as it is?
Well, we got to do something, Stan. Short of selling the roof over us heads, and it might just come to that.
Hello, we're coming in.
Oh, cheer up. No point making everybody miserable.
No. Right, get the glasses out, Stanley.
You shouldn't have done that.
Oh, all right, I'll take them back then.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thanks, Chuck.
And here's something else. There's 50 quid. Take it round to Sid Kippax first thing in the morning. Tell him he'll have the rest of it tomorrow afternoon. I'll get it for you.
But how do we pay you back?
I'm not lending him the money, Hilda, and I'm certainly not giving it him. I'm making him an offer he's too poor to refuse. That's for the wind around. Well, for the goodwill. Yeah, go on, the goodwill. I'm buying your business off you, Stanley. Lock, stock and ladders. As from tomorrow, I'm the boss, you're working with me. We'll sort out the details in the morning. All I want to know now is that you agree to it in principle.
Do you mean it?
Ilse, I don't put 50 quid down and not mean it. Hey, I hope you pay off a bit better than my last financial venture.
I'll second that.
Agreed. Right.
Ah, well. You'll not be sorry to leave the ranks of the self-employed, will you, Chuck?
No.
You've heard what they say? A man's worst boss is himself.
I have heard what they say, Hilda, and it's a load of old codswallop. I'll tell you what, I'll be a lot harder on him than he was on himself. Cheers.
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 Bates! Bates!
I'm coming, answer!
Have you seen the time?
Yeah, the middle of the flaming night.
Well, I don't call 8 o'clock in the morning in the middle of the flipping night.
Well, I do.
Bring the alarm clock down here. I said, oh, no, you said, I'll get up, you said.
All right, Alf, all right. Do you want me to open that door, or shall I let them smash it down?
Oh, go on.
All right, I'm coming.
I thought you'd emigrated or something.
I wish I had, love. I'd not be dragged from my bed by noisy articles like you in middle of night, then, would I?
I'll give you something, kid. It's an improvement on them white overalls. Overslept, have you?
No, we've been to a fancy dress ball, love. What's it flipping look like?
You want to take it easy with him, love. He's not so young as he used to be. Now, listen. If he ever fancies chucking in towel, you know where to get hold of me.
I know where Alf will get hold of you, if he hears you talking to me like that. This the lot, then?
Yeah, no crumpets today, love. Still, won't bother him, will it? He's got his hands full anyway, hasn't he? See you then.
Not if I see you first, love, you won't.
Do you have to encourage him?
Me?
Yes, you.
Well, he were only joking, weren't he? Trying to bring a bit of sunshine into my dull life, and Lord knows I could do with it.
Oh, you think so, dear?
You mean he weren't joking? You really are getting past it?
Look, just go put some clothes on, will you? We'll have the girls from the factory or some. They certainly don't need any encouragement.
Now, is that any way to talk to a girl who's about to do you a favour?
I don't want no favours. Just go put some clothes on.
If you say so.
I do.
Right. Go kettle on yourself, love. Right, Bert, I'm off, love.
Right, love.
Listen, if you do get a chance to slip down to the laundrette, it's all in this bag.
Well, I've nothing else to do, have I?
Oh, you might as well put this cloth in and all of when you've had your breakfast.
Right.
Hey, don't forget our Brian and Gail's coming for dinner, will you?
No danger.
Right, love, I'll get my skates on. Ta-ra, Duck.
Try, love. Hey, listen, hang on a minute. I thought you said there was a letter for us.
Oh, there is, love. It's on mantelpiece.
Oh, right, ta, love.
See you later, love.
Bye.
I say, Wonder Woman on nights, is she?
Eh?
Sunshine Susie. Her that dazzles you with her disarming smile.
What about her?
Fred, in case you haven't noticed, lovey, some of us have been here half an hour.
Don't be sarcastic, Betty. It doesn't suit you.
Neither does doing this flaming lot on my Todd.
Well, she'll be here.
Look, if she thinks that I'm going to do all this on my own, while she just walks in when she feels like it, Fred, she can forget it. That's her whack, and I'm not touching it.
All right, she'll be here. I'm telling you, she'll be here. She'll do it.
It's not the point, Fred. I mean, what gives her the right to think that she can come in here later than me?
Perhaps she thinks that when she does come in, she can do the work in half the time.
Yeah.
Is it here?
Morning. Hey, look who's popped in. Well, I am glad you came. If you stop in, there's a clean towel on the top of the bar, love.
What's up with her?
Oh, don't let it bother you.
Well, didn't look like an out to me.
Yeah, well, the thing is that she gets a bit upset now and again, does Betty, you know.
Upset? What about?
Well, it's perhaps she thinks that you should come in at the same time as her, you know.
Hey, I do me whack, don't I?
Of course you do.
I've no complaints from you, have I?
Of course you haven't.
Well, then.
But don't worry about it. Look, I've had a word with her. I'll put it right.
Then what's she going on about, then?
Well, look, Betty's all right in the usual run of things. It's just that, well, now and again she gets a little bit uptight, a little bit upset, you know. She's at a very funny age, you know.
Yeah. Not the only one round here. Is she?
Alf!
What?
Night lights.
Under the counter near the slicer.
2 minutes.
Oh, keeping your hard at it, you see?
Hello, Mrs. Walker. Come to rescue me from a fate worse than death, have you?
Pardon?
Come to take me back to my rightful place in the world, back behind that bar.
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't, dear. Came to see if you've any frozen prawns. Would you believe it? I've been all the way into town and clean forgot to go to the fish shop.
In freezer.
I know where they are. And how's the invalid?
Do you mean me or him?
Oh, come now. We've got to help a friend indeed.
He'll live.
I take it he's still not on his feet?
Oh, no danger. If he doesn't shift himself soon, he'll take root.
Sprain can be a very nasty thing, Bet.
And don't I know it, Mrs. Walker? It's almost killing me. I'm not cut out to stand behind a shop counter.
Well, I think you're coping very well.
But I'm not, am I? I overslept this morning. I can't find half the stuff that folk are asking me for. I have to go running to Alf for the least little thing.
Oh, it'll get easier. In a week's time, it'll come to you as to the manner born.
How long do you expect me to be stuck here?
Well, he can't be left to fend for himself in the condition he is, can he? So until Deirdre comes back...
But she's away another week yet.
Well, there's your answer. Unless he finds his feet in the meantime, which I very much doubt.
Isn't it always the way? Just when you could do an extra 5 minutes, it keeps you yakking. Did you put plates under the grill, love?
Do you know, I'm sorry, love. I knew there was something.
Oh, Bert.
Well, come on. I've said I'm sorry.
Hey, there's no wrong, is there? They are still coming, aren't they?
Well, they've said no different, kid.
Well, there's something bothering you.
Read that.
Oh, they're cutting your sick pay.
By half. I mean, that's all we need, is that, isn't it?
Oh, still, love, I suppose you've been lucky to get it for this long, haven't you? I tell you what, I couldn't see Mike Baldwin paying us for doing now.
Isn't it marvellous, though, love? Just as we're getting on his feet, wallop, somebody pulls the rug from under us again.
It's only till you get right, love. We'll manage. Important thing is for you to get yourself right, isn't it? And fretting about things like this isn't going to help anybody, is it?
No, love, I suppose you're right.
I know I'm right.
Now then, are you going to put those plates under that grill, or do I have to do everything round here?
No, I shall do it, my sweet.
It's just a matter of confidence, isn't it, love?
Yeah, but I'm not ready yet.
How do you know if you won't give it a little try?
No, I'm not.
Alf, all I'm asking you to do is take a few steps, not ski down the flipping Matterhorn.
Look, I know what you're trying to do, and I'm telling you I'm not ready yet. Not yet, I'm not.
No, well, sitting here feeling sorry for yourself isn't helping anybody, is it?
Least of all you, eh?
Me?
Listen, if you're finding it that hard to go out for an old friend of yours, well, you might as well forget it. I'll just put the shutters up until I feel right. But I must say that it's a good job I didn't have your attitude when you had no roof over your head, isn't it?
Now, look, Alf, you've got it all wrong. I am doing this for you, aren't I? You're not the type of man to be stuck in here staring at the wallpaper. I've seen what it's doing to you. You're just pining to get back to that bacon slicer.
You can say that again.
And it's only natural, isn't it? You're not one of nature's malingerers. You're a man of action. Your place is out there in the hurly-burly of everyday life. Not stuck in here, vegetating like a rotting marrow. And that's all I'm trying to do. Get you back out there where you belong. How about it, Alf?
All right.
That's it. Now, take the weight off your bad leg onto there. Now, take it easy. Let me see that giant step for mankind.
Ow! No, I'm sorry, but I can't. Well, the doctor did say it might be a long job, didn't he?
And he weren't flipping kidding, were he?
Morning, darling. What are you doing here?
I'm taking a course in hang gliding, aren't I? What does it look like I'm doing here?
You're not working, are you?
I'm not here to get a tan for me holidays either.
You was 20 tip then. So how come you stuck behind here?
Alf sprained his ankle, he's flat on his back, isn't he?
Well, how long are you going to be here for?
Till he gets back on his feet, aren't I?
I should imagine Annie Walker will have something to say about that, won't she?
She did, love. It were her that sent us.
And she must be out of her tiny mind. Don't she know that having you behind that bar doubles her takings for her?
What will you do as a favour, love? Make sure she gets the message, because if she doesn't, I'm here for the duration.
Loud and clear, kid, because nobody can pull a pint like you.
I mean it, Jack. It's driving me batty in this shop. So, out you can do to help, well, I can be very grateful.
Aye, I know. Right, where do we start? You got somebody else in, has she?
Yep.
Bit of a scrubber, I bet.
Getting warmer.
I know the type. Bit slow on the optics, not too good with the brains, especially when it comes to giving change out. Punters can get very annoyed about things like that, can't they?
Is that right?
You leave it to me. I'll have her down that road faster than you can say, Jack, don't we?
Jack, you're a pal.
Anything for you, Bet. You know that. See you, kid.
No takers then, Chokey?
No definite no.
Hey, you take your time, Chuck. Make sure you get the right buyer.
Anyone with a bit of brass in his hot little mitt is the right buyer, sweetheart.
And as long as it's my type.
Hey, that wouldn't be like 6 foot tall, blue eyes, and built like a brick washout, would it?
However did you guess?
Funny you should say that, you know. I had a fella around yesterday. Hey, it was nothing like that.
Thank you very much. Give over, you.
You buying or selling?
Looking for somewhere decent to go.
Tonight?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Well, you don't want to be wandering around the streets on your own, you know, darling. Especially after dark.
Oh, you reckon I'll be better in company, do you?
Definitely.
What time's last bus back from Stockport?
What, to here?
No, flipping New Brighton, of course, back to here. Where'd you think?
Oh, you're thinking of going to Stockport, are you, like?
If I can get back, yeah.
Well, there's no problem. I can fetch you.
You?
Yeah, take you as well. May as well do it in style.
You're working, aren't you, Fred?
Well, who's going to worry about that? I'm only away for half an hour.
Oh, what about Betty?
Well, what about Betty?
Well, she's not going to be exactly Chuff's little mint balls, is she?
Oh, don't you worry about her. I'll see to her.
Sorry to bust up this cosy little chat, but the folks the other side of the bar are known in the trade as customers. They'd like serving. Excuse me. Pardon me.
With you in a minute, mate.
No rush, Fred. Hey, I believe you've got a new bit of talent in here, then.
What about it?
Oh, just a bit of a scrubber by all accounts.
A scrubber? Hey, just watch it. She's a mate of mine, you know.
Sorry, kid, sorry. Forgot all about your taste in women.
Right then, sorry to keep you waiting.
You can keep me waiting any time, darling.
What are you having then?
Have a scotch for starters. Very nice, Fred. She got a name?
Yeah, Susie. And you keep your hands off her. Remember, you're a married fella.
Here's me thinking she was a scrubber.
A scrubber? Where do you hear that?
No, just something I heard, kid. Just something I heard.
Ah, well, you don't want to believe all you hear, do you?
You are so right, kiddo. You are so right. And one for yourself, darling.
Oh, Tom.
Here. Did you hear out else about her, like?
Just something I heard, kid. Just something I heard. That's all. Honestly.
There we are.
Thanks, darling.
Aren't you going to check that?
If you say that is right, that is good enough for me.
Oh.
Cheers, darling.
That was very nice, Ivy. Thanks very much.
Yeah, Tom.
Oh, leave them, love. We'll do them later. I mean, it's not every day I get my whole family round for dinner, is it? I might as well make most of it.
And by whole family, we all know who you mean.
Yes, well, if I can't make a fuss for him when he's little, when can I?
You don't got much to say about yourself, Dad.
Huh?
I said you're very quiet.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nothing wrong, is there?
Well?
Well, go on, you might as well tell him, love.
It's the firm, isn't it? They've cut my sick pay by half.
What have they done that for?
Well, it's on account of him being off for so long.
Oh, no.
The letter came this morning.
I knew there was something.
Well, now you know, don't you?
Look, Dad, I don't quite know how to put this, but if you need a few bob to tide you over, I mean, we're not exactly flush ourselves, like, but, well, you know. Hey, love.
Love, it's good of you. Honest, it's good of both of you, but we'll manage, honest, we will.
Yeah, but thanks just the same, son.
Anyway, it's not going to be forever. You'll soon be back at work.
Well, that's what I keep telling him. I mean, he's got to mend sooner or later, hasn't it? It's only a broken arm.
There you are.
Sorry, darling.
Sum it up.
I am just feasting my eyes on the second most beautiful thing in the world to a fella like me.
Oh, aye.
A well-pulled pint.
And what is the most beautiful thing in the world to a fella like you?
The little dolly that pulled it.
You know, it's a wonder you can't see the scorch marks.
Hey?
Between her shoulder blades, you haven't taken your eyes off her since you came in.
Can you think of out better to look at?
I see what you mean.
Exactly.
Better love you.
Bet? Bet who?
Yes, my love.
Half for me, Betty.
Yeah.
Orange juice, please, Betty.
Great.
They'll be all right, you know. Your mum said they could manage. And we did offer.
It's not the money, is it?
What then?
I'm worried about him.
Your dad?
Yeah. He's not getting any better, is he?
They said it might be a long job.
It's not just the arm, though, is it? I mean, he's not the same.
There we are.
So,
Aye, thank you, lovey.
look, you sit down.
What do you mean, not the same? Not the same as what?
As it was before the accident.
You can't expect him to be, can you? I mean, it can't be much fun having your arm in a sling.
It's not just the arm, though, is it? It's him. Look, I know me, Dad. He's not the same fellow he was before.
Well, he's not as perky, not as full of beans. You know Bert when he can't work.
I know about all that, love. The shock, the depression, but it's weeks since the accident. You ought to be showing some signs about getting back to normal now.
Just half an hour, Betty, that's all I'm asking.
To take her to Stockport.
Well, you'll manage.
Why can't she go on the bus?
Because I told her I'd take her in the car there back, haven't I?
You just have to tell her you can't, won't you?
Betty.
No, Fred. From Elizabeth? No, not really, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, it didn't sound like that to me.
Well, it's just I was asking Betty if she didn't mind if I went for half an hour, Mrs. Walker. It's personal business.
Personal?
Yeah.
Is it urgent?
Well,
He wants to take Susie Birchall to Stockport, doesn't he?
In the Rover, I suppose.
It'll only be half an hour, Mrs. Walker.
Fred, if you want to take Miss Birchall to Stockport, or anywhere else for that matter, it is entirely your affair.
Oh, well, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
But if it is my time, it is mine. So the answer is no, Fred.
Oh, Mrs. Walker.
No, Fred.
I'm sorry, kiddo. It's not on tonight.
It's all right, I heard.
Hey, I couldn't help overhearing.
Oh, we could hear your ears flapping back there. I'm not surprised.
What time do you want picking up?
Hey?
Look, there's no point in me having a taxi and watching my mates walk, is there?
You've got a taxi?
He drives one.
Same difference, only I don't have the overheads.
Oh, I can't afford taxis.
Who said that about money, Ken?
Oh, well, if it's no trouble.
Trouble? Be my pleasure.
Oh, it's you, is it?
Are we expecting royalty? No, you weren't. Them Corgers had turned their nose up at this place. Look at it, you haven't washed dinner pots yet.
Well, save them a while later, don't they? Do them all together. Saves hot water.
Hey, your side always had mucky habits.
Listen, if you've just come here to blackguard
I've
my...
come to tell you that I've had a letter off council offering me somewhere. Hey, when they knocked my place down.
Why?
Brooks Drive.
Brooks Drive, eh? Hey, there's just been them new kennels there. You want to snatch their hand off. I've seen meat going in there. Live like lords, them dogs do.
I'm being serious.
So am I. You weren't ready on stopping for tea, were you? Because aren't enough spuds.
You'll have to do some more then, won't you?
Well, only if you were stopping.
Go on, you've twisted my arm.
Look, don't let me keep you somewhere to rush off to.
I haven't.
Oh, I didn't think you would have. What to say then?
Who?
Council.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They've offered me a flat.
Well, you're fixed up then.
Yeah, that's what they think.
Well, what's up with it?
Well, I'd need Jacob's ladder to reach it for a start. It's on 5th floor.
Well, they've got lifts, haven't they?
They've got lifts at top of Blackpool Tower, but I wouldn't want to live there.
No choice, have you?
Ah, that's what I wanted to see you about.
What?
Well, you haven't sold this place yet, have you?
Look, don't start that again.
Well, they say two people can live as cheaply as one, Tom, and we would be company for each other.
Ah, like Tom and flipping Jerry.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? I can't imagine anything worse than growing old and miserable in our separate little flats.
I can. Growing old and miserable together in half the flaming time. You've had that. Anyhow, I won't be staying here much longer myself.
Don't give me that. You can stay here as long as you want.
Our Bob needs the cash and he needs it quickly. You know, things aren't working out there as he reckoned.
You're making it up.
Well, read letter if you don't believe me.
I will. Where is it?
Well, is it on sideboard?
I don't see it.
I'll put it down somewhere.
Very convenient, that is. Don't worry. I've got the message. But don't you come crying to me, Tom Whiteley, when you're screaming out for company at long winter nights.
Hey, I thought you were stopping for tea.
I wouldn't put you to trouble.
What am I supposed to do with this lot?
Don't tempt me.
Flaming women.
Hello, love. Where's your key?
Oh, it's in my other jacket.
Well, what's up? Can't you keep away from the place?
No, I was on my way home. I just wanted a quick word.
Oh, your dad's not in, love. He's just slipped down to the library.
It's not my dad I've come to see, Mum. It's you.
What about?
Him. I'd have said something at dinner, but I didn't get a chance. What's up with him, Mum?
Well, you know what's up with him, love, don't you? He's got this broken arm, hasn't he?
Come on. I've known fellas with broken arms. A few weeks in plaster and as good as new.
Yeah, well, your dad will be as well, love. I mean, it's a bit slow knitting together.
It's not just the arm, though, is it? Look, he's changed. He's not the same fella he was before the accident.
Brian, what do you expect, love? It was a nasty shock to his system with that fall, especially at his age.
You get over shock and all, don't you?
Look, love, I know he's not sane. He does. But he's trying. Oh, Lord knows he is. But after what he's been through this last 12 months, he must think all flipping world's against him, Brian. Just give him a bit of time, love, to come round. He'll be all right. I'm sure he will.
I'm sorry, Mum, but I'm not. Not anymore. I'm worried about him.
Anybody at home?
Hello, mate.
Only Bet said it were all right for me to come through, Al.
Ah, of course it is. Take your weight off your feet.
No, I'm not stopping long, Al. Mrs. Walker sent you a little prezi. Says it'll put you back on your feet.
Oh, thank you very much. Put me back on my feet. I'll be flat on my back if I shut this.
Oh, if you want a hand with it, mate, give us it here.
Oh, there's a couple of glasses on the side.
No, you're all right. I don't know, though. Why not? Just a little snifter, eh? How's it going, then, the old foot?
Oh, it's throbbing like a diesel engine.
Well, you know what they say, Alf. The first 3 months, they're the worst, mate.
Oh, you're a great comfort, you are.
Yeah, well, there you go. How much?
Just a splash.
There you go, mate. Yes. Well, cheers, Alf. Hey, and I say, Don't get well soon, like I do with a lot of this.
You know what you can do and all. Cheers.
Oh, nice to see somebody's enjoying themselves.
It's not for long. I've got to get back behind that bar, me, haven't I?
Oh, my heart bleeds for you. I don't suppose you fancy swapping it for that counter out there, do you?
What, mate? No chance.
How did I guess? Well, how are things at the Fun Palace then?
Well, same as ever.
I don't suppose Jack Duckworth showed his face this afternoon.
Don't mention Jack Duckworth to me.
Oh, I take it he did then.
He flaming well did. I'll swing for him one of these days, I will.
What's he been up to now, then?
Well, he only walks in the Rovers as bold as brass and makes a beeline for Susie, doesn't he?
Susie, eh?
Yeah, chatting her up all afternoon. Next thing I know, she's got a chauffeur for the night all free and for out.
Oh, Jack Duckworth, I take it.
Who else?
What flaming game does he think he's on?
Well, he's not doing it for the good of his health, is he?
He certainly isn't, especially if Mrs. Jack Duckworth finds out about it.
Yeah.
Bet? Bet!
What?
It's nearly 8 o'clock.
I can't find a clean pair of knickers, can I?
We are supposed to open at 8 a.m, you know.
I know we're supposed to open at 8 a.m. It's a drafty flipping hole as that shop. There's no way I'm standing in there without me knickers.
No, all right.
It's a word that embarrasses you, Nick.
No, it is not. Look, just drop the subject. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes, Alf. That's another thing about me in the mornings you don't seem to understand.
Only one. I'm surprised.
You see this face? It's not just a face, it's a work of art. It takes time to compose. If you want me greeting your customers looking like a sick dab, all right, I'll open at 8 a.m. on the dot.
You could try getting up a bit earlier to fix your face.
Well, I can, but I can't. How's your ankle this morning?
It's improving. Slowly.
Oh, it's better start improving fast.
Uh-huh.
I'm not cut out to be a groceress. I'm a barmaid. I find tins of rice pudding a bit soulless.
Do you know what I think?
Well, go on, tell us, as long as it's clean.
I think you're worried.
What about?
Young Susie Birchall seems to be all right at the Rovers. I mean, the customers seem to like her.
Tired of living, Alf Robert?
Just making an observation.
Make another observation like that, I'll drop a bag of sugar on your ankle. Oh, blast.
Don't go into the shop eating a butty, if you don't mind.
Yes, Al.
And don't go in munching, neither.
All right. Not got a boiled ham sale on today.
Morning.
Rat-faced.
What have I done? They give us 26.
What are you doing here this time? Ruining my day before it started.
I've just dropped Vera off. She goes to work, I go back to bed. Interested?
99p.
You don't want to figure out how much money I have to spend. I can't afford to smoke or drink or bet, but I do all three. How do you think I manage that?
At a guess, you've got sticky fingers. You keep sticking them in your Vera's purse.
Have I offended you?
By heck, you've got a convenient memory, haven't you? What were it you promised to do for me at the Rovers?
Is this a riddle?
Look after my interests. That's what you promised to do for me. Stir it for Susie Carrot Bonds. Complain about her BO or something. Get her in bad with Mrs. Walker. That's what you promised to do. But what do you do instead? You go in there, licking your lips, chauffeuring around all over the place in your clapped-out taxi.
Only a Stockport. Hey, and my taxi is not clapped out. He got very good marks on his last MOT. And Susie's like my type, you know, a woman.
Just go, Jack Duckworth, while your head's still facing the right way round.
All right. I know when I'm not wanted. I've got this instinct. Ta-da. Jealousy spoils a woman, you know. Makes her hard, whereas they should be soft, like a cream bun. I keep telling our Vera that.
Vera?
How long have you been off work now, Bert?
3 months nearly.
Oh, is it as long as that? You must be sick of being at home, kid.
Well, let's face it, I got enough practice when I was on the dole all that time, didn't I?
Oh, I had a rotten year, kid, haven't you?
You can say that again, love, and again.
Right.
Right, I'm ready. Hey, come on, you, else we'll be late.
He's been all right, kid.
How do you mean, all right?
Well, it's taken him a long time to improve, kid, a long time to get over it.
Do you know how Brian was saying the same thing yesterday? Try, love.
Ta, love.
Now, where's that flaming letter?
You tell me. You reckon you couldn't find it yesterday. But if you ask me, you don't want to show it me. You've always been secretive. Or as your poor wife used to say, sly.
Listen to an old pour about my wife. She weighs 16 stone. And what do you think that is? A currant bun?
Oh, all the way from Australia. Just like in war when I used to get my village used from Orient Desert.
You got 3 in 3 years. And that was just as how your dog were going on.
Oh, yeah, Bob wants you to sell up straight away.
I told you did.
Where does he think you're going to live? In your muck cart? But it wouldn't be any different to you, would it?
I'll get somewhere, don't you, fret.
I'd ignore it if I were you. It ain't as if he can force you, is it? Him living to the side of the world.
He needs the money.
You need a home.
Well, there's sympathy for me all of a sudden.
Well, it's handy, this little place, near to your work. I can pop round and see you.
It's his main reason we're getting rid. And that's every letter back.
They were definitely stale. There's nothing worse than a stale almond tart. It's like having a mouthful of sawdust.
Yes, Betty.
And it's no use keep saying yes, Betty.
No, Betty.
You'll just have to see that it doesn't happen again. You are responsible.
I didn't bake that flaming almond tart.
You sold it to me.
I shall never sell you another. Depend on it.
You know, I don't think you're cut out for this kind of a job. Whew, I don't really.
I never wanted the flaming job, did I? Oh, we're just having a joke with a friend. Haven't you just been in?
I asked for a white loaf.
What's that?
It's a brown.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll change it. Sorry.
Takes a bit of doing if you ask me.
What does?
Mistaking a brown loaf for a white.
Oh, I'm very talented.
I'm very careless.
Where's me fags? God, do I need a fag.
I hope you've not been smoking in the shop.
All in marijuana. Of course I've not been smoking, although I've been sorely tempted. I thought some of the Rovers' customers were hard work, but my God, yours are lethal.
Well, I hope you've not been insulting them again.
Do you know, half I think I'll just give up. I mean, let's face it, I'm past it. I'm past work. I'm past coping with the likes of Susie Birchall. All I'm fit for's feeding the pigeons in Albert Square.
You've got a year or two left yet, love.
Yeah, and you'll live till you're 90 lying there, no danger.
Listen, there's no point in rushing it. They're very tricky things, his ankles.
Yes, Alf.
Shop.
I heard it.
Bet. Fag.
Yes, Alf. Yes.
Hiya. Packet of mints, please. I like to keep my breath as sweet as my nature.
Can't be easy.
Hey, I'm just off to work.
Really?
Do you know I love it at the Rovers?
Is that right?
Well, I get on so well with everybody, especially Mrs. Walker.
That a fact?
Yeah, she's taken a right shine to me, which I didn't expect. Just shows. You can't tell with folk, can you?
No, you can't.
The customers like me as well.
Yeah, I've heard.
Well, I'll see you. Why don't you, pop down for a drink sometime? You're always welcome. Bye. Hello. Oh, are you not working today?
Yeah, of course I am, love. I'm just picking bits up Bert's miss while he's out.
Yeah. Hello, Treasure Pop.
Where is me dad?
Sent him to the doctor's.
He's not got worse, has he?
No, it's just the same. But that's it, isn't it? He is just the same. I must have been blind, me, not noticing. It takes you and Vera to make me notice that my own husband's poorly.
Nobody's saying he's poorly, ma'am. He's just not getting well fast enough.
Which is the same.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't mind, but he's never complained, you know, not once. Well, apart from his arm.
Probably don't want to worry you.
You think so?
Hey, come on. You'd be making a mill even if he isn't.
If I'd have known, I mean, I could have been building him up, you know, giving him good grub and that.
Knowing you do that already.
Yes, but I could be making things special for him, Gail.
He'll come back one of those doctor's famous tonics. You see, he'll take it and he'll be right as rain in a week.
He don't look right as rain, though, does he?
Look, are you sure it's all right for us to leave Nicky with you?
Yes, love. Bert'll be back before I have to go back to work. That's if they haven't sent him to hospital or something.
Stop worrying. For God's sake, ma'am.
What's up with you? Have you lost your teeth in that glass or something?
I'm just thinking.
Oh, we'll put the flag up.
There'll be no more beautiful pints, you know, if they drop the nuclear bomb.
There'll be no more anything, kid.
No, I'm saying there'll be no more pints. And I don't think old Ivan will stop us drinking, you know. In fact, I think he might even get to like it.
Yes, lad. Yes. Fred!
What?
Can I have half a lager, if you're serving, or are you chatting her up?
Don't get jealous, Elsie. Love, there's room in my life for you as well.
You know, I could think of one thing worse than the nuclear bomb. Me being stuck with him.
I've told you, love, you can move in with Rita and me when you get old and lonely. You'll have to cough up your pension, though.
Oh, I would, love, I would.
There you go, Elsie, love. Don't worry about Susie. She's only like a colleague, you know.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it, Fred.
So, just put your mind at rest, you know.
Yes. See what I mean?
I don't know. That's the trouble of being a fella behind a bar. You get all the women trying to pull you, you know. I don't know, pestering you all the time. Oh, I'll tell you what, Suze, the stories I can tell you behind this bar that make your hair curl. Take that Elsie. I don't know, she's always trying to pull me. It's embarrassing sometimes, especially, you know, when she's had a couple.
No, I'd like to give you something. It's a long way from Stockport, and you are a taxi after all.
Look, I told you, I don't want nothing. Let's just call it a favour, eh? And you know the nice thing about favours?
Tell me.
They can be returned.
Oh, you're a right proper super smoothie, aren't you?
So I've heard say.
I tell you what, give you a pint on the house, but do not go broadcasting it, eh?
It'll be our secret, darling.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you about him, didn't I? He's a right tomcat.
Comes in handy. There you are. And mum's the word.
Not many pubs I know where beautiful birds serve you free ale. Cheers, darling.
Hey! I can see you having a little shop of your own yet, kid. Like old Granny Banks had in Chapel Street. You know her, that used to always wear the shawl. What a little wag you are, Vera. Hey, have you got any cakes left, kid? Do you know, I've tried to make do with a salad for my dinner, but my stomach, do you know, it's white with hunger. Really is, kid.
I think we might have some Charlie cakes left.
All right, love.
I see your Jack's taken quite a shine to the Rovers.
Oh, aye, that's his car. Still, if it wasn't outside at Rovers, it'd be outside of another pub.
It's been there a lot lately. When it's not been taking young Susie Birchall all over the north of England.
Hey, hang on a minute. What do you mean all over north of England?
There you are.
Is this on the house and all?
Sorry, it's not your birthday anymore.
Look, I'm not just a beer man, you know. I've got a lot of hobbies.
Yeah, and I'm not one of them. Do you mind?
Fred, you're spilling it. I thought you liked our little Susie. What are you glaring at her for, then?
I wasn't glaring.
Huh?
It's him there trying to pull us. Well, he's just a dirty old man, him.
Oh, that's another one.
There we are.
Oh, great.
I bet you do this to all the girls, don't you?
Only very select few.
Can I have my hand back, please?
Can't you feel the vibes?
No.
Me and you could light a fire.
Your wife's just coming.
I don't care.
Hello, Vera. What are you having, Chuck? Gin and tonic, please, Elsa.
I thought you weren't coming in this dinner.
No, excuse me a minute. Hello, love.
Hello, Vera, love. I was asking about you before. Do you want a drink?
No, thanks. I've got one in. Where did you say you were last night?
Last night, working.
Late?
Yeah, late.
Yeah. Picking some blokes up from a snooker competition. That's all you said.
That's right. One of them was Hurricane Higgins.
Oh, Eric and Higgins. That's funny. I always thought her name was Susie Birchall.
Hey?
You were no more picking up Eric and Higgins than I was. You were in heard about, weren't you? Stockport, as I heard. Or anywhere else you fancied. Isn't that right, love?
I'm sorry, you talking to me?
Well, I'm not talking to them flaming optics.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't enjoy people who shout to me.
Oh, a sentiment with which I entirely agree. Now, what's all this commotion about?
Well, I've no idea, Mrs. Walker.
I'll tell you what it's about, I'll tell you. You want to be careful who you have working for you, love. Looks like you've got another one, innit it? Can't keep your hands off of the folks' husbands. I'm talking about flaming Susie Wong there. And don't look so flaming innocent.
I'm not just looking innocent, Mrs. Duckworth. I am innocent.
Oh, come off it till it's at flaming Marines, love. I know your sort, you know. Look at you, done up like a flaming Christmas tree. Everything in shot
That will
window,
be
yeah.
quite enough, Mrs. Duckworth. Any more, and I shall spread to escort you from the premises. Now, this is not a bear garden. It is a respectable public house. Please conduct your slanging matches elsewhere, and I mean that.
Well, don't you worry, love. I've said all I wanted to say. Come on, you.
I've just got a pint, love.
I said, come on! Jack! Come on!
Well,
A very common couple, those two, Mrs. Walker.
you know, sometimes the street is just like Naples must be. All it needs is a tenor.
Naples? What's she on about?
Search me.
It's young Jack I feel sorry for.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
There you go, you see. I told you to watch him, didn't I?
I've done nothing,
No, but
Fred.
she won't think so, will she? Mrs. Walker?
Goodness me, in a duck, eh? Oh, by heck, love, that didn't take long.
Well, he kept a schedule this morning, love.
Well,
Very thank you, how are you?
Bert, what did he say?
What I expected him to say.
But what, love?
He said there's now wrong with my arm that getting it better won't cure.
Honest?
Look, do you want it in writing? I'll tell you what, I'll nip back and get a certificate. Would that suit you?
Oh, Bert, I'm that relieved I am, aren't you?
Well, I was never worried, was it? It was you lot. Do you know what, love? I could murder a cuppa.
I'll get you one, love, I've got time.
Hey, I'll get it myself. This disability is temporary. I'm not a cripple. Would you mind not treating me like one?
I'm sorry, love. Hey, Nicky. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Your granddad's going to be all right.
So she was very annoyed then, Mrs. Walker?
Well, I mean, you know what she's like. If anybody as much as raises their voice in a flipping pub.
This is not a bear garden.
Oh, this is not a bear garden.
So she won't be much enamoured with young Susie then?
I wouldn't have thought so.
No. You've got to be very careful who you take on in a pub, you know, Betty. You really have.
Still, I mean, she's only young as the lass, you know. I blame Jack Duckworth. Oh, Fred's as bad. They're like flaming bees round a honey pot.
Yes, well, I mean, I get a lot of that myself, don't I?
And it's more like round a teapot in your case, isn't it, Chuck?
Betty. Still, if Susie's blotted a copybook.
Yeah?
It's easily done, you know. Who knows better than me? Not that I don't feel sorry for her. I do. But we've all got to learn from our mistakes, haven't we?
Yes, I suppose we have.
It's a very hard world, isn't it, Betty?
You must have been talking to my feet. See you, Chucky. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra, love. Careful, Al. All that weight on them brittle bones.
Do you know what? I think it's getting a bit better, my ankle.
Just as well, Cop.
Oh? Why?
Well, let's put it this way. A little dicky bird tells me that things are not well at the Rover's return. In fact, they're going to pot. They'll be sending for the only real professional they've got to come back very soon.
Who's that?
You know, Alf, for a man who can't run very fast, you take some terrible risks. Me? Who the hell do you think it is? So the sooner you're doing cartwheels again, the better.
Yeah, well, Deirdre will be back next week anyway, won't she?
Of course you will, love. How about it?
How about what?
How about a vote of thanks for keeping the bacon slicer slicing?
Thanks.
Is that it?
Thanks for helping me in your own inimitable way.
What does that mean?
It means nobody else could have done it like you.
Don't be so rotten. You've no relatives, have you?
Only very distant.
Nobody in the pipeline has a possible trouble and strife?
There isn't.
Ah. I was just thinking, when that day comes, when I can't face putting the old war paint on any longer, I might just be prepared to settle down in a nice little business like this. And let's face it,
I'd be an asset, wouldn't I? All the experience I've had.
You reckon, dear?
Yes, I do. Whoops! I nearly forgot. Right. If it's a fella, it's your lucky day. I'm on special offer.
So you can imagine how relieved I am.
Yeah, I noticed he was looking a bit off colour.
Oh, seems everybody's noticed except me.
It's the same in our house. I can be dying on my feet, but she still has me scrubbing out the backyard.
Get away, you'll always look in pink.
Well, it's the good, wholesome life I lead, isn't it?
Hey, isn't it quiet in here tonight?
Aye, and that's the way it's going to stop. We've had orders from the top. Strictly no fraternising with the punters. So that's perhaps why you won't find me as dynamic as usual.
Ah.
What's your poison, love?
I'll have a gin and tonic, love. I'm on a night out.
Message received and understood.
He never learns, does he?
You should be so lucky, shouldn't you? Oh, hello, love. What are you doing down here again?
Want to buy me mum a drink?
Oh, well, you're just in time.
Sit yourself down then.
Oh. Ain't he forceful? Takes after his dad.
Right.
She's just been telling me about Bert.
Ah, it's good news, isn't it? Hey, madam, I hope you're behaving yourself.
Is it my fault that men find me fascinating?
She'll come a cropper one of these days, that one will.
That's what they said about you.
And I did.
Thanks, love. Right, here's to your dad.
Yeah.
Ain't it great what doctor says, eh? Brian?
That's what I've come for, really. Talk about me dad.
Well, Aunt Gail told you.
Yeah, of course she did. But I'm not satisfied.
How do you mean, not satisfied?
I think he should see a specialist.
But Brian,
I said
doctor
I think he should see a specialist.
All right. I heard you. Actually, so do I, love. He don't look well, does he?
How do? I bet you thought you got rid of me, Fairclough.
Why, have you been away?
Oh, nice one, Len.
For that, you can buy me a drink. Gin and tonic, please, Susie.
Hello, but...
Believe you had a spot of bother at dinner, love.
Did we? Oh, I don't remember.
Doesn't she just?
Can I have a word with you, Bet, please?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
All set to come back next week. Alf tells me he can dispense with your services.
Indeed, and I'm looking forward to it, Mrs. Walker.
Good. That's all I wanted to say.
I bet you can't wait to have me back here, really, eh?
Pardon?
I heard about the embarrassing scene at dinner. Still, as I said to Betty, Susie's only a kid. She's bound to make mistakes.
Well, you see, actually, she wasn't at fault. And I thought, in the circumstances, she conducted herself very well. Rather better than you did in a similar situation, as I recall. At least one good thing has come out of these last few weeks. I now know where there is a first-class deputy for you. Don't I?
You're having your drink in there, Bet?
No, I'm not.
I only asked.
Susie like that?
Don't be so daft, Fred. She was only standing in for Bet while she was tending Alf. It's Bet's job.
It wouldn't be if it had to do with me. All Bet does is stand there, dropping fagash in the slops, insulting the punters now. No, Susie she were a natural, a flipping natural.
They'll be very glad to see Bet back. You just wait and see.
Oh, all right, then we'll have a survey of this dinner. See what happens.
Oh, come on, Fred. Let's face it. You wouldn't have got anywhere with her.
Who says I wanted to get anywhere? I'm only doing it for the good of the pub.
Like heck you were.
What?
Welcome back, my duck.
Starting as you mean to go on, eh, Lynch?
We're songing my heart.
No, 20 minutes late.
What'd I do? Did him teething?
Oh, he's sulking.
How can you tell? He always looks like that.
Oh, a crack a flipping minute, eh?
Look, hey, Fred, go and get the tonics. Have one yourself while you're down there. Hey, how's Alf doing?
Do you know what he's hobbling about, champion?
No, poor Alf, eh? Deserted in his hour of need after all he's done for you.
I've done him a good turn, me. He's like most fellas round here. Won't budge unless he's shoved.
Oh, you fool.
So you didn't do anything to stop her, then?
Well, she offered like that and got the strength to say no.
I would have done. It was her blinking fault, wasn't it? Leaving her shoes all over the place. And anyway, you shouldn't be on that leg until it's 100%, you know.
It's a lot better now.
I know, but crockle it now and you could be laid up for months, couldn't you? I mean, you wouldn't be chuffed then, would you? I mean, lying there at the beginning of the bowling season.
£5 of spuds you wanted, wasn't it? Ow.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll get a bag and weigh them out myself. It's okay.
Well, maybe it is a bit premature, you know, but when you've got a nurse like Bet, you're glad to get better even if you're not. If it'd been something like Deirdre, it'd have been better. Anyway, looking at the bright side of things, at least I'm not through there, wondering what's going on through here. I don't look at these shells, they're flipping nightmare. It's going to take me months to get straight.
Morning, all.
Oh, right.
Morning, Ollie.
Hello, Len. You've made a rapid recovery, haven't you?
Yeah, I was just telling Len. It's a bit of a forced recovery. I managed to get down to Rovers last night, so Annie Walker says that Bet can go in this morning. I think she was working on the theory that, well, I was well enough to sup. I was well enough to do out.
Oh. Yeah. Do it yourself this morning, you know. I think that's about right. They're a bit under, I think.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it.
Never mind. Help is on its way. I had a card from Ken and Deirdre yesterday. They'll be back from Malta at lunchtime.
Oh, that is good news.
It's all right for some, isn't it? Hair enough to Malta whenever you feel the urge.
Yeah, at least I get a bit of decent nursing now. If you can keep your bets, give me somebody reliable.
Reliable? Deirdre? She wasn't very reliable when she went off to, where was it, Malta? Leaving you here working all hours.
Yeah, it puzzled me a bit, did that. Any ideas, Ellie?
It was rather uncharacteristic, wasn't it?
What's the matter?
Back again.
Always gives you a funny feeling, doesn't it?
Especially this time. I don't know, I feel a bit nervous.
Don't be.
Everything's going to be the same, but different. Very different.
Everything's going to be what we make it. Nobody's going to help us.
It's just the thought of facing it.
Relax. The worst is over now. We've done our agonizing. Come on.
Grub up, love.
Oh, love, you don't have to do that every day.
Well, it gives you something to do.
Well, it's in a soup, it'd have done me. I'll get that, love.
I'll get the peas.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Ettridge? Oh, sorry, Dr. Ettridge. Yes, well, whenever's convenient to suit you, really. Oh, really? Oh, I'll tell him then. 3:15. Right, bye-bye.
The peas. Ta-da! Don't ask me how I opened the tin lid. It'll take longer to explain than it did to do it. Who was that, love?
It's specialist, love. They've had a cancellation so they can fit you in this afternoon.
Oh, love.
Oh, love what? Bert, you seem to be taking this thing very lightly, if you ask me. Look, I am worried sick about you, and so is our Brian, and we want you looking at proper.
I have been looked at proper.
Oh, I be Jackson, and you know as well as I do, all he's good for is signing sick notes and dishing out tranquilizers. You do want to get yourself right, don't you, Bert? And you're not getting right now, are you? Well, now look. Are you going? Or do I have to have afternoon off and take you myself?
I'm going, woman.
That's all right, then.
Hello there, Alice Flower.
Hello, Eddie. Talkie with you?
Yeah, he's just back in the wagon down there, you know.
I'll get his tea brewed.
I'll tell you what, you're the talk of the depot, you Chokey, and that old biscuits in.
Get away with you.
Listen, if we didn't know that Mr. Harris was inside, I don't know what we'd be saying.
You can see what you like now, then.
Why's that?
I've not got me Mr. Harris inside now.
Flitted, has he?
You could say that.
Done a bunk, eh?
I've just seen him cremated, Eddie.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't think, you know. You'll miss him, won't you?
Aye, I shall that. But he'd suffered enough, that lad. I could see it coming. Ever since he had that last bad fall and couldn't get about. Every day he'd say, you wait while spring, Alice. I'll be marching down to them shops for you. Every day. Sunday never said it. Monday never said it. Tuesday were gone.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
Some peculiar ways. But he were a good sort, all in all. Always had his keep on sideboard every Thursday. Never had to jog him once. I don't want to sound grasping, but I'm worried how I'll manage now.
Oh, don't worry. There's many a gent will be glad of a billet like this.
Got that kettle singing, Alice, love, eh? Here. See you at corner of Bessie Street in 10 minutes. All right.
Right.
Hey, and be careful, eh? Now then, Petal, how you going on?
Go inside. I'll tell you over a cuppa.
Right, love.
So where's the young one, then?
Flipping unfairly dismissed, weren't she?
Was someone inquiring after me?
You're not the young one. They were inquiring about the new girl.
Well, I'm the new girl now.
Oh, give over, Lynch. You've been here as long as this flipping bar you have.
Drop dead, Fred. What can I get for you, Leonard?
Has she gone for good?
I am not the Weatherfield Missing Persons Bureau, Len. I'm a bar person taking orders for the drinks for the use of.
Is that the last we're going to see of her?
Excuse me while I chew a brick.
Oh, asking after Susie, are we?
Yeah, where is she?
Oh, she's at home, planning her next onslaught on the job centre.
Ah, that's a bad do, that, isn't it?
Oh, don't worry about her. I mean, after all, she worked here as long as she worked anywhere. And it isn't as if it's a proper job, is it?
But there's no flipping work about, is there?
Oh, she won't be out for long, that one. Just you wait and see. She's only got one problem, as far as I can see. She can't get out of bed in the morning.
Well, who can?
Well, Susie doesn't, does she?
Hello, Mike. Lynn. Elsie.
Hello. Yes, Mike.
Bet.
Yes.
Where's Susie?
She's flipping here, isn't she? In spirit. Just tell me, Betty, what has she got that I haven't?
Take a notice. They're teasing you, you know, the like.
A load of sarcastic pigs.
Well, yes, I know it.
My sentiments exactly.
Hey, Bet, come here. We want serving.
I'm going to have a wobbler, Betty.
I'll serve them.
My darling, now.
Looking glum, Lynch.
A large Scotch gin and tonic and a pint of bitter.
Now, listen, you lot. Bet's had enough lip from Fred to sink a flaming battleship. I don't care what you thought about Susie, but if you don't give her a little bit of a welcome, things are going to get very quiet here.
Aye, aye.
No. Jealousy, Lynch. It's an awful thing, is jealousy. Don't forget I didn't tell you.
Hey, Bet.
Get lost, the lot of you.
No, come here. I want to buy you a drink.
No, let me get it. I insist.
No. This is my shout.
No,
I
hang on. I'm going to get her one. We missed you something rotten, Chuck, haven't we?
Yes, we have, Bet. We have.
All right, there's no rush. It's only 1:15. I'll have the first one with Fred.
No chance. Right, come on then, Fred. Get him in. Fred.
Thank
No, we've already got him in. You just pay for him.
I met your mum going back to work. She said your dad's appointment's been brought forward to this afternoon.
Oh, good.
She's a bundle of nerves about it, isn't she?
So am I.
Jackson said it were nothing unusual.
Jackson said I would nick her indigestion, didn't he? Listen, I still going to bingo tonight with Mum.
If it's all right, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I just thought, though, it might be an idea to get Jackie to sit in, so I can spend a bit of time with Dad.
Brian, what are you expecting?
Nout. Well, he's always been there for me, hasn't he?
Well, I must say, you both look thoroughly refreshed.
Oh, we've had a fantastic time, haven't we, Lou?
Yes, it's been perfect, apart from a spot of turbulence on the flight back.
Oh, you're lucky to be back alive then.
We are indeed.
You don't get me in one of them things.
Oh, sure up and open your presents up.
Oh, I hope it's something useful.
Oh, I'm afraid it's not, Uncle Albert. It's totally useless. There you are, you see, a set of Maltese coins for your collection.
Thank you very much. They're very grand, these.
Good. And what have you got there, Tracy? And what's she wearing? A dress. It's a Maltese national dress.
Mind you, we never saw anybody wearing it. And this is for you, Emily.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered about me.
Of course we should.
Oh, how gorgeous.
Well, if it wasn't for friends like you, Well, we're both very grateful anyway, aren't we, Ken?
Very grateful.
Oh, well, thank you. It's lovely to see you looking so happy.
Oh, well, I'll get along to Legion. I'll have a deal with Reg Morris.
Good, love.
Can I go to school with my dolly?
Oh, it'll be in bits by tonight.
That's all right.
Shall Mummy take you? Oh, I see.
Well, I don't mind taking it. You two settle yourselves in. Come on, love.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's in the hall, hanging up there.
Well, home again and taken for granted.
By them, yes. But not by each other, eh?
No, not anymore.
You're not running away, are you, Chalky?
Oh, it's not that, love. I'm just laid back.
You said yourself you're moving because you're lonely. You can't blame me for suggesting you move in with me.
I don't blame you, Alice, love. It's just a bit of a shock, like, you know, Mr. Harris hardly called it ground.
He weren't my husband, Chalky. It was a financial agreement. And that's what I'm proposing to you. It's not odd about it. Lots of old folk do it. It's the only way they can manage.
Hey, less old folks.
Well, you're not so far off retiring, are you? And when you do, you want a bit of looking after, won't you? We get on well, don't we?
Oh, I will do that.
And I keep a nice house, don't I?
You do, yeah.
I can't see why you don't leap at chance. You get your meals made, and your washing and mending done, and I'll have a bit of extra housekeeping and a man about the place. And we'll both have a pal for them quiet evenings.
Just want a bit of time to weigh it up. You know, it's a big thing to spring on a chap.
Come on, Sharky, we're all waiting. Half the lads have nodded off here.
I'm coming.
Well, you'll think about it then.
I'll think about it, love, but put a little card in yours agent's window, eh? Just in case, eh?
See you soon, man.
Aye. And thanks for bro, love. Ta-da.
Doing something.
Like what?
Well, to get going, to start. I don't know, it sounds silly.
Oh, what do you suggest?
Well, you were going to get a job that gives you more time with me and Tracy, weren't you?
Yes, but I've got to get it lined up first.
Ken, we are going to see through all those plans we made in Malta, aren't we?
Everyone.
We have to.
I know we have to. Look, love, an awful lot has happened. And we went on holiday to sort all that out. We did that, and we're still together. Now, that in itself is a start, isn't it? A new beginning.
I do love you, you know. Have you really forgiven me?
If we can find a way to make it work, to be happy, won't be easy.
But we're going to try.
Oh, yeah, for all we're worth.
Right. Well, I'll tell Alf I'm leaving the shop. I'll get things really sorted out here, and then I'll have done something positive.
But just slow down a bit. You don't have to rush into it, you know.
But I want to do something. I want to make a new beginning, and I want to do it now.
Yeah, but it's crazy if we both rush off and chuck our jobs in. I mean, that really would be madness these days.
But I want to do something.
Well, let's go and see E.T. Oh. Yeah, I really wanted to see it first time round, but you know how it is. I just never got round to it. It's showing at the Luxie, so we could pick up Tracy and all go and see it.
All right, you're on. But I will talk to Alf soon.
Yeah, he's going to be upset. You know how he treasures you.
Yeah, well, if we're going to concentrate on getting things right between you and me, we're not going to have too much time to worry about everyone else, are we?
I still can't understand what you've got against it.
Like I said yesterday, it would be immoral.
You don't understand meaning a word.
We'd be cohabitating, wouldn't we?
We're relatives.
No, we're not blood relatives, are we? You know what we'd be doing if I come to live with you? Do you know what you'll be doing, Phyllis Spears? Living over at Brush.
Would I heck?
Whether you would or wouldn't makes no difference. I'm not moving in with you in that horrible little bungalow, and that's flat.
It's not little, Tom. There's room for two. Would be ever so cosy.
Cosy? You and me? That'll be the day.
Listen, you've got to stop dilly-dallying. Bob wants his money. You'll have to make up your mind.
Well, when I do, I'll let you know.
You're behaving as if you're spoilt for choice.
Well, I'm all right.
Well, you're not. Choice is moving in a council house by yourself in an area you don't like, or moving in bungalow with me.
Thanks for telling me.
It's in a nice little excluded rectangle.
I'm not interested, Phyllis.
Please yourself,
I
then.
will do.
I'm happy on my own, me.
Well, there you are, then.
I'm only trying to do you a favour.
Well, shut up, then.
Scouring pads. No, flipping blonde bombshell, wasn't it? She put one of her hobnail stilettos on the stairs, and I'm not kidding you. My life flashed in front of me. I thought it was a dead one. I said to Annie Walker, if she can't put a flipping foot in it, she'll put a flipping shoe in it, that one.
And all we've done is bask in sun and dine and dance.
Well, good luck to you. Bar of chocolate.
Oh, there's a little present for you. Cheer you up a bit.
Oh, took a bit to cheer me up, though, I'll tell you. Oh, the other daft idea Annie had. She let Bet have time off so she could come and look after the shop and nurse me.
Oh, I wondered how you've been managing.
Managing? I was lying through there, hearing things breaking, hearing people shouting and bawling. It's been like 2 weeks in flipping Colditch. Oh, that's nice, is that? It looked nice on mantelpiece, yeah. Thanks very much, love. Anyway, you're back now.
Yes?
Listen, you don't feel like coming in and helping me today, dear? I'm feeling a bit jiggered, you know.
Oh, dear.
What do you mean, oh, dear?
Well, that was what I came in to tell you, actually.
What, love?
Well, you may not have noticed, but, well, Ken and I weren't getting on very well together before we went away.
There's no wrong, is there?
Oh, no, not now. But, well, one of the things we decided was that we both get jobs that gave us more
Jacking
time.
it in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't want to just do it like that, you know. I mean, not in times like these, you don't.
No, I know, but we want to stick to our resolutions.
Yeah, of course you do, but give it a fortnight, and ow. Nice packet of beans.
Yeah, but we've made an agreement, you see.
Yeah, of course you have. Cauliflower. Will that one do, love?
Look, I can't renege on my first day back.
And what was the other? Oh, fine, cringe. 2 pound of apples. Yeah.
Hello, love.
Hello, love.
Well, what did you say, specialist? Are you going to be all right? What did you say, Bert?
He said the same as the doctor, didn't he, love?
What, that you're all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what did he do, Bert? I mean, has he give you a thorough going over? What exactly did he say?
He said if I take things easy, it'll all mend in time.
Oh, Bert. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee, love. Oh, you've no idea what's been going through my mind.
And mine.
Oh, I can imagine. Still, you must be feeling great now, eh?
Yeah, love, I am. It's just that I'm a bit tired.
Oh, you must be, love. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put your tea on.
I don't know. You people who have holidays, the nearest I get to it is a brochure and a 100-watt bulb. The only time I get off is when I'm ill.
You're lucky. I'd have a bit of rest then.
Look, go and have a lie down if you like. I won't run away. When I make a temporary arrangement, I stick to it. Temporarily. That's £2.20, please, Elsie, I'm afraid.
And so you should be afraid. What's these arrangements you've been making?
Well, Ken and me decided while we were on holiday that we'd both get jobs that gave us more time together. I was going to leave today, you see, but I said I'd stay on till Alf's leg gets better.
You know what you get when you make too many arrangements, don't you?
No, what?
Oh, I expect you're about to find out any minute now. Hello, love. Did you have a nice holiday?
Yeah, blissful, thank you.
Oh, that's lovely. See you, love.
Bye.
Bye. Well, do my eyes deceive me, or is that an overall you're wearing?
It's an overall.
And if I'm not mistaken, you are standing behind the counter.
Yeah, well, that's my fault, Ken.
Alf's hurt his leg.
Well, I'm very sorry to hear that, Alf.
No, she's told me she's
uh,
leaving, but I asked her if she'd be so kind as to help me out till I get right.
Bet's left him in the lurch, you see, but it's only, I mean, it'll be better in no time, won't it, Alf?
Oh, hi, it's getting better by the second.
Well, what about E.T., though? I mean, the last show we could take Tracy to starts in half an hour.
E.T.? Ken Barlow?
I said I'll work now.
We've got off to a flying start, haven't we?
Oh, I'm sorry. You were looking forward to it as well, weren't you? You're not mad, are you?
Of course I'm not. And we will go and see it one of these nights. But we're going to have to be a lot firmer and tougher than either of us thought, aren't we?
We are, aren't we?
E.T. I think I will go have a lie down after all.
I'm not joking. That Phyllis is driving me round the twist.
What is it this time?
Sour grapes, isn't it? She's peeved. She wants me to move in with her.
And you don't want to?
Do me a favour. I'd rather out to Eccles with a nail in my shoe.
But I'll have to choke her, you know, then.
Eh?
Well, that little Alice on the round. I reckon she's sweet on you. Hang on. You're moving. She's looking for a new lodger. What were you talking about this morning?
You know damn well, you grinning beggar.
She wants you to move in and all, doesn't she?
Well, yeah.
I hope I've got a couple of women scrapping over me when I'm your age.
I told you it'd been out.
My dad doesn't look so chuffed, though, does he?
Well, he's tired. Listen to Ivy, though.
Right, I'm ready, love.
Listen, I've been ready for the last 10 minutes. Where have you been?
I've been putting Bert Jonas out for him. Hey, Bert, with the luck we're having, love, we should be bringing that jackpot back tonight. I've got a feeling in my bones.
Good.
All right, love.
Have a nice night.
Come on, Gail.
Ta-ra, Bert. See you later.
Good luck.
Thanks, love.
Oh, daft, eh, bingo? Oh, they must be mad. Well, fancy beer, Dad? Popped a couple in the fridge.
I'm still supping me tea.
Don't you feel like celebrating? Thought you'd be on cloud 9. I am. It's a big way to follow a man, you know. Clean bill of health and all that.
Yeah.
Look, Dad. What is it? Something's up, I can tell.
Yeah, there's some up.
Well, what? Well, what, Dad?
Well, I don't know exactly.
What do you mean you don't know? Didn't the specialist tell you?
Well, he doesn't know exactly himself. He said he thought it might have been what he called a mini stroke.
Stroke? Oh, flippin' heck, Dad, that's...
Hang on a minute. He only said he thought it might have been.
How could he be so vague, though, with something as serious as that?
Well, he's bound to be vague after all these weeks, isn't he?
Well, what does it mean exactly? A mini stroke?
Well, if that's what it was, it's like a warning. It means it could happen again at any time. A proper one.
Hey, you'll have to tell Mum. You'll have to.
I know, but how can I? It might even mean me finishing at the foundry. It could even mean... How the hell can I?
What time will Deirdre be back home?
I don't know. She's only just this minute gone. Why didn't you ask her?
She'll be back to make dinner, won't she?
Well, I expect so. Yes, she usually does. If Mr. Roberts could manage to hobble about without her for half an hour or so.
Right, and said you'll be back as well?
Probably. Why?
Note.
What?
No, I just want to have a word with the both of you, that's all. It's no crime to make sure you're both here at the same time, is it?
Have I told you how glad I am you're back?
Yeah, about 15,000 times. But Alf... Oh, never mind. Isn't it nice to be appreciated?
What are you asking him for? Nobody's ever appreciated him. Probably because there's not a lot to appreciate.
I do all right, Yates. Don't you worry.
Not as well as Rudolph Valentino here. You haven't got a queue of sexy widow women queuing up to give him digs, have you?
Oh, button it, will you, big mouth?
Why? Is it true?
Deirdre, I thought you were a bright girl.
I am a bright girl. Is it true?
Well, I've had an offer, love, which I'm considering. Mind you, if you were to make me a better one.
Oh, I'd love to, darling, but my husband's funny that way.
Jealous type, is he?
Well, he can be.
Not that I blame him. Lovely young woman like you.
Look, are you going to get what you come in for? Or are you going to be chatting up the married women all day?
He can if he likes.
Nothing I'd like better, love, but duty calls, to say nothing of mourning Marmaduke here. Give it a couple of them barm cakes, eh?
Right, love.
So you'd recommend Monson for the honeymoon, then, would you?
Well, it wasn't exactly a honeymoon.
Well, sort of second one, wasn't it? I mean, just the two of you, like.
Well, yeah, I suppose you could call it that.
Would you credit it? I'm waiting for him now.
I'm coming.
I'll tell you what, love. Nice to see your smiling face behind that counter again. Ta-ra, love.
Ta-ra.
See, I'm not the only one.
Alf.
Yeah, I know. It's only temporary.
Well, it is.
Yeah, I know it is, love, I know.
Hey, love, do you know that's best night's sleep I've had for weeks?
Aren't you going to be late, love?
Well, so what if I'm 10 minutes late? Factory won't fall down, will it? It were worth it not to be lying awake for an hour waiting for the alarm to go off. Do you know, Bert, it's like having a lead weight lifted off my mind.
It'll be a while before I'm back at work, you know, kid.
Ah, but you will be going back. That's the main point, isn't it? And there's me there thinking all sorts of things. Hey, still now that specialist okay, we could start making a few plans, love, can't we?
What sort of plans?
Well, start thinking about holiday, can't we? Out in sun somewhere. Love, I want to get you back to being my old Bert again. We'll be able to afford it once you start work, won't we?
Don't talk so daft, love. How can I be thinking about holidays when I'm not even back at work yet?
I'm talking about the summer, Bert. July or August. I mean, you'll still have your holiday money, won't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose so.
Of course you will. Hey, you know how these things get booked up? I tell you what I'll do. I'll nip down to travel agents in my lunchtime, pick some brochures up, and we can start to look for them tonight, eh? Do you know I'm getting excited already?
I wish you wouldn't, love.
Bert, the specialist said you were going to be all right, didn't he? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Right, well, he knows what he's talking about. If it's good enough for me, it should be good enough for you. Love, there's no point in going to him, is there, if you're not going to have any confidence in him?
No, I suppose not.
Right. And it's just a matter of time, isn't it, love? You've got to think positive, Bert. I am talking about time. I better go across the road, else I'll get sacked and then we'll have no sunshine beaches. Hey, another thing. Not one word to Vera about this, eh? We don't want them two tagging along, do we?
Heaven forbid, love.
Tracy, would you like to do your Albert a little favour? My medals have gone a bit drab, you know, with the damp weather. If I give you a clean handkerchief, would you polish them up for me? Make them nice and shiny? Right, well, go in my room then. I'll get you a nice clean hanky. And you can make a good job of it in there too, can't you?
What was all that about?
I think it's what's known as getting her tactfully out of the way.
Well, obviously, but why?
He's got something to impart. He was very anxious this morning that we should both be here at dinner time.
Oh. He didn't say what it was?
No.
I hope he's all right.
Right. I'll not beat about the bush. These things are best said quickly. That way, there's least cause for misunderstandings.
Uncle Albert, is there something wrong?
Nothing wrong with me. Not health-wise, if that's what you mean. Mind you, I'm getting a bit older.
You're not doing too badly, all the same.
Oh, no, I keep on going, but it's more difficult these days, you know. Particularly with people rowing and arguing all over the place.
Uncle Albert, I know we've been through a difficult time recently, and it can't have been pleasant for you, but... Well, we've talked it over, and we're all right now. Really we are, aren't we, love?
Absolutely.
Well, I hope it stays that way for both of you. But mind you, there's no guarantee.
Oh, thanks for the confidence.
No, I'm just being realistic, that's all. You'll be having some squabbles later on. Young people do. And I can't stand any more.
Well, I mean, what do you want us to do? Sign an affidavit that we'll never have another cross word?
No, I'm not asking the impossible. I just want you to go and live somewhere away from here so that the pair of you can fly off the handle when you want, without disturbing other folk.
Oh, Uncle Albert, I'm still not with you. What exactly are you trying to say?
Well, I just want you to go somewhere so that I can have the rest of my life in peace. That's not asking too much, is it?
No, of course it's not.
Right. And I'm glad I made myself clear.
So how do you feel? I was shattered when Brian told me.
And how's Mum? How did she take it?
Well, I've not told her yet.
Oh, Dad, come on. You can't mess about with a thing like this.
What is it exactly? Brian said it was a mini stroke, but I've never heard of her.
Well, it's like a warning, love, that's all.
But it's serious.
Well, yeah, I mean, the specialist said it could happen again.
And next time could be for real. Dad, you've got to tell her. Where is she now, anyway?
She's gone to a precinct to pick up some holiday brochures.
Can you afford a holiday?
No.
You see, he's just acting plain daft.
You're not being fair to Ivy, you know. She's entitled to know the truth. I'd want to.
He's no right to have told you, love, upsetting you. I thought you said it was in confidence.
Gail's me wife, Dad. We're partners. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. Remember?
Chalky, love. How did you know? I've just brewed up.
I can't stop, love. I'm due back at depot. Just going to say about that offer you made me. Is it still on? Still want to lodge you?
Aye, I do that.
Right, well, if nobody's beat me to it, I'd like to take it up.
Well, if they had, I'd still find room for you, Chalky.
Just a little token. Sets it up on the right road, eh?
Sherry, and me favourite cream. However did you guess?
Didn't have to, did I, Flower? And you're just, man. Remember?
Look, I'll have to be getting back. So-called partner man was supposed to turn in this morning and give me a hand. Not seen hardly hair of him yet.
Not again. It's getting a bit much.
Oh, you're telling me? I'm practically carrying the entire workload single-handed. So, Dad, where do we stand? Have we made you see a bit of sense of what?
Look, it's my problem. I appreciate your concern, but it's really got nothing to do with you two.
Oh, come off it, Dad.
All right, I'll think about it.
Don't think about it, do it.
He's right, you know.
I know. But it's not going to be easy, is it?
You see what a mess it is? We can't go and we can't stay. What do we do?
What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Well, to be honest, ideally, I'd like Ken and me to be on our own. And I can't think of a better time to do it.
Wouldn't be impossible.
Well, Emily, you know it would. He can't be left.
These things can be arranged. He'd qualify for a home help, I'm sure. And I, for one, would certainly be willing to pop in every day, take him a cooked meal and make sure he's all right.
Emily, you are an angel, but you can't take on a commitment like that.
Why not? Who else have I got to look after?
Oh, hello, Lisa. You come for your mum's stuff? Here. And you tell her from me she's to stop in till she's better. Tell her I said that, or else I'll be round with a big stick. She's been ill with flu for weeks, you know. She won't give in, especially since her old man walked out. No, but honestly, Emily, how do you think we'd feel shifting our responsibilities onto you?
Well, I could do it.
Oh, hello, love. Emily was just saying that if we moved out, she'd keep an eye on Uncle Albert.
Oh, no, we couldn't let you do that.
No, that's what I told her, but thanks a million for offering anyway.
Well, then, all he can do is stay put and reassure him.
What about?
You two. That you really are going to be all right now.
We've already told him that.
Well, maybe he thinks your reassurances aren't enough. He wants to do everything he can to help. He's not asking you to go so he can be left in peace. He's doing it to give you both a fresh start.
You're right, of course.
Oh, the poor old love. How could we have been that stupid?
You've both had a lot on your minds.
Been dead selfish, you mean?
No, I don't mean that at all. You've been through a difficult time. Not surprising you're not seeing things all that clearly. Right, I'd best be getting back.
Right. And thanks, Emily, for everything.
Yeah, thanks, Emily.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Bye, love.
Bye.
Yeah, she's one in a millionaire.
And I always thought he was a selfish old devil.
Oh, Ken.
Hi. Nice to see you back. Have a nice trip.
Yeah, smashing, thanks.
I went there myself once. A mate of mine had a villa in a little place called Master Scala. You ever get there? We used to sit on the harbour at night getting paralytic. Give us a bottle of that soda water. Stomach's a bit dodgy. Had some mussels in a restaurant last night. I think they scraped them off the hull of the Mary Rose. So. Right, we'll see you around then.
Bye. It's all over, you know, Ken. Really. But he works there and I work here and we're bound to keep bumping into each other. You don't have to chaperone me, love. I know it's difficult after everything that's happened, but you've got to start trusting me again. If you don't, if you can't, well, there's no point in anything we've discussed, is there?
I'll try.
Ivy, love, sit down a minute, will you?
Bert, you know I'm rushing. Our Brian and Gail's coming to tea, and you know he's always starving.
Sit down, love.
Why? What's something's not wrong, is there?
No, love, nothing's wrong. Well, yes, love, there is something wrong. But only in the fact that I haven't told you the truth for the first time in our married life.
Well, go on, then.
Well, it's what the doctor said, love. And the only reason I did it, you see, I didn't want you to worry. Not that there's anything to worry about, but you know what you're like.
Bert?
You see, love, it just sounds worse than it is. But, well, the doctor thinks I might have had what he called a mini stroke.
A stroke? Oh, my God, Bert.
Now, love, don't start flapping. Just hang on a minute. He said a stroke, not a coronary. And, you see, he said he only thought I might have had one, which is why we didn't know what was happening. So, you see, it's all right.
What do you mean it's all right? What does that mean? Bert, it's a stroke you've had. It's not like having a cold, love.
I know that, love. And I also know I shall have to make certain adjustments to my life.
Like going back to the foundries out for a start-off.
You can't go back to... Did he say that?
Yeah. He doesn't want me to be lifting anything heavy. In fact, I'm not allowed to work near machinery. But he said there's no reason why, given time, I might not be able to find myself a lighter job, provided I'm sensible. That's what he said.
You're going to be all right, though, aren't you?
As good as new. Well, I'm not quite as good as new, but you can't really expect that being married to you for nearly 25 years, can you?
You? Is that it, then? You've told me everything, all truth, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. Our Brian insisted on it, love.
Oh, our Brian knows?
Yeah.
And Gail?
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that you didn't tell then?
Well, I didn't want to worry you, love. I only did it for the best.
Yeah, I know. I know you did. Big daft lump. Well, you promised me something, though.
What?
Eh? No matter what happens in future, no more secrets.
You're joking. It was hard enough keeping this from you. I think I'm out of the abbey. I shall have to have 1 or 2 lessons from Jack Duckworth.
Bert Tilsley, you can be a lame duck, you can go bald, you can even sprout horns, and I'll still stand by you. But you turn into a Jack Duckworth and I'll be out of that flaming front door so fast you won't even see me going.
Hey, give us a kiss.
How are you getting on with your 2 lodgers then, Elsie?
Oh, sometimes a bit like a referee at a boxing match, but on the whole, all right.
Better than being on your own, isn't it?
Sometimes I'm not too sure. But I suppose so. Stops you from thinking. You can get morbid, you know.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of putting an ad in, you know. A respectable business lady, perhaps.
I'd apply if you promised to cook my tea every night like what you did tonight. Honestly, Elsie, she's missed away this one.
Hey, up, I don't cook for my two, you know. They get their own or they do without, I'll tell you.
Yes, Mother.
A lemonade shandy and make it cold.
You wouldn't do for Chorky, then.
Just make you upset me now. In what way wouldn't I do for Chalky?
There's a landlady. Flaming old fusspot. He wants it with bells on.
You'll get it with bells on and all from Alice Kirby.
You what?
Yeah, nothing settled.
Yeah, Alice Kirby, a widow, down Chapel Yard. He's shacking up with her.
Well, he's only discussing whether to be here, lodge, yeah?
A widow woman? The flaming old hypocrite. Wait until I get hold of him.
Yeah, look, hope it's cold enough for you.
Oh, dear.
Nice one, Leonard.
Oh, it's you, is it? And what do you come scavenging for this time?
I've only one thing to say to you, Tom Whiteley.
Just one. Is that a promise?
You're a rotten, lying old hypocrite. And I only hope my Craig never gets to know what sort of a granddad he's got.
What have I done now?
Alice Kirby.
Oh, you've heard about that, have you?
Oh, I can't move in with you, Mrs. Pierce. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be moral. And me living as a bachelor. I'm only doing it for your sake, Mrs. Pierce.
Well, I was.
And what about this Alice Kirby? Or don't you worry about her reputation? No, let me guess. She'll be one of those that haven't a reputation to worry about.
She's a perfect respectable lady, it happens, and I'm renting a room for her. It's a proper arrangement.
Aye, I can imagine what kind of arrangement it is, knowing you, Tom Whiteley.
Listen, if I'm such a rogue, how do you want me to come and live with you?
To keep an eye on you. Why else? Because of my grandson, for his sake. He's my own flesh and blood.
Well, I'm not, thank goodness. I'm a perfectly free agent. I can stay with who I want. Now, do you mind getting out while I get on with my packing?
Oh, your evil ways will catch up with you one day, you know. It all goes down. He knows every sinner. He's keeping an eye on you, you know.
Is he? I'll have to send him a note to my new address then, won't I?
Oh, there you are. How was he?
They've discharged you from hospital because they said he can find no wrong with him. But to my mind, you know, he didn't look any too grand. And he's only a young fellow, and old George said he can't be more than 76.
Anyway, if you want a quick wash before your tea.
Never mind about that. Have you talked about what I said earlier on?
Tracy, love, why don't you go upstairs and start getting undressed? You might as well have your bath now.
Oh, you're...
Oh, yeah, go on. Go and have your bath. Hey, it's chocolate sponge for afters. Go on.
Well?
Well, we have talked about it.
Well, you should find a place a lot easier now, you know. Mortgages are cheaper according to the papers.
Oh, we're not worried about that. We could cope with the financial problem. No, that isn't the problem.
Oh, and what is the problem?
Well, there isn't one, really. If you want us to go, we'll go. If that's what you really want.
Well, it is.
Is it, Uncle Albert? Is that what you want, or is that what you think we want?
Well, I just feel you should have a place on your own, you know. Newly married couple. I mean, that's the problem.
Oh, Uncle Albert, what happened wasn't your fault. It was mine.
And mine.
No, well, we won't go into that. But we've talked it over. We've been completely honest with each other.
Folks should always be honest with each other.
Well, in an ideal world, yes, but it's not always that easy. I mean, you know, we don't always know the truth about ourselves, let alone admitting it to other people.
Maybe we had to go through this stage to get closer to each other.
And are you?
We think so.
And no more talk of splitting?
We're together, and we're going to stay that way. A family, all four of us.
Four?
Ken, me, Tracy, and you. That's unless you really want us to go.
Oh. I suppose if you do go, you'll go to a new district.
Well, yeah, I dare say we would.
Oh, yeah, quite a bit further out, I'd have said. Perhaps one of those new little estates in Cheshire.
Well, there's no need to rush things. I mean, I've put up with it long enough now. I can put up with it a bit longer.
You see? I told you you'd feel better once you got it off your chest.
I can do without the I told you so, thank you very much. Let's just forget about it, shall we? What you having?
It's okay, I'll get these.
Hey,
I bet 2 hours, please.
Hello, Alf, how's your leg?
Oh, it's on the mend, you know.
How's the arm? Likewise, thanks.
See you.
I mean, we don't want it on news at 10, do we? Let's face it, I shall have to find myself a job sooner or later. I just don't want to spoil my chances before I start, that's all.
You can always work for me at the garage till you get something.
Oh, aye, the one-armed mechanic I'd be worth me weight in gold, wouldn't
Well, there's other things you could do.
Brewing up, sweeping floor. Don't you worry, I shall find a job. I've still got plenty to offer, you know.
Yeah, of course you have.
Cheers.
Oh, what's up, love? Oh, he's not started with that tooth again, has he? Look, I'll just up and we'll go straight home.
No, it's fine. He's watching telly with Ivy and knocking hell out of that box of chocolate mince butter. No, Mr. Walton rang up. Did you tell him we'd be at Ivy's and Bert's?
Yeah, I left the number. He used to let me know what day he can bring his vans in for service. That's Harry Walton, Dad. Walton's Dry Cleaners.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's taking them somewhere else. He wants them done this week.
We discussed that. He knows I can't do them till next week. Seemed happy enough.
Changed his mind. Anyway, that was the message. I thought you'd want to know.
Couldn't you have fitted him in if it was that important?
Oh, yeah, if I was super bionic. I worked a 24-hour day. Or even had the occasional help from that so-called partner of mine. I never showed his face from one weekend to the next.
Oh, Brian, didn't he come in again today?
No, he didn't. I've even forgotten what he looks like.
Well, can't you do something about it? I mean, if it's losing your business.
It's not just that, though, is it? It's everything. Yeah, I can do some all right, and I intend to. That Ron Sykes has had me for a mug long enough.
What do you think you're doing?
What's it look like I'm doing?
Oh, if Mrs. Walker catches you, she'll go bereft, gaining on a bar.
Oh, so then you know what I'm doing?
You get marks on her antique plastic and come on, let's shift while I get in.
Oh, duck under there, look.
Oops. Get off!
Hey, what are you doing there, Fred?
I should ask her, Hilda. She's worked it out.
Well, Mrs. Walker's got a perfectly good ironing board, you know.
Yeah, there's more room here. You can get at it better. Don't keep falling off.
Oh, they've no idea, have they? What's it all in aid of, then? Have they asked you into the Masonic or what?
Hilda, I'm pressing my blazer.
Gone like stands, hasn't it? All shiny at the elbows. Yeah, it's leaning on the bar one does that, you know. Hey, you look, and I'll bet you'll find the left one will be more shiny than the right. No, it's true that, you know. Because that's the one you lean on most, you see. Well, I know, because whenever I come to put a patch on Stan's elbows, it's always the left one what's gone first.
Hilda, will you please stop wittering?
I was only talking, and you should have damped that cloth, you know. You'll have it shiny all over.
Why not? Matches boldest spot. Hey, you, any chance you're swapping your night off with me?
Go on your bike, Lynch. It's my night tonight. In more ways than one.
Oh, have you met somebody?
That means he's living in Oakchuck.
No, you can if you want. Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice. Hello, you're home early. I was going to stick a pasty in the oven for you.
That's all right, love. Not mind it cold.
Why are you so early?
Because I'm cheesed off. Been non-stop all morning, now I've got a strip down to do. So, I thought you can wait till I've had me dinner. And if Ron walks in by any miracle, well, he can get stuck into it.
Has he still not been in?
I don't even know where he is, or what he's doing. I know where he isn't and what he's not doing. That's anything like graft at the garage.
Well, he's got other irons in the fire. Do you go to Daddy?
Well, he wants to make us up. It's all right him getting the work in, but there's only muggins here to do it. And I've only got 2 pair of hands. I mean, 2 hands, 1 pair. You know what I mean.
Look, sit down and calm down. I'll see to Nicky and I'll see to you.
Well, it isn't right, is it?
Taking Nicky round to see your dad this afternoon.
Oh, say hello for me. I haven't got time to go anywhere.
Well, he needs a bit of cheering up, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose he does.
You've got more work than you can cope with. He can't cope with any more work at all.
I know.
What's it doing?
You thought, what happens if Mum gets laid off? Baldwin closes down or something.
Don't talk about it.
Been a right fix, wouldn't there?
Careful.
There's another reason he ought to be getting more money out of that garage, or doing less work. Day's not far off, maybe, when I will have to help him out. I'll give him one more try.
Well, don't have a great big row with him, please.
I'm only going to say me piece. Oh, Mr. Sykes, it's Brian. Is Ron back yet? Oh, I see. Yeah. Tell him I called again. Say it's important, will you?
Hey, is Fred G going with the woman at all?
How should I know?
Well, you spend enough time looking at that ugly mug of his across the counter. And don't tell me men don't gossip, they leave the women standing.
I don't know. What are you asking for?
Well, he was giving his blazer a sponge and a press. On top of the bar, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Oh, well, it's never been known before. Oh, it must be a woman.
You're taking care of his appearance. What's wrong with that?
Yes, Stan, now what is wrong with that? Why don't you take an interest in your appearance?
Because I have all the girls after me, that's why.
Oh, come off it, Chuck. You're past the dangerous age. You'd look nice in a blazer.
I had a blazer once, and that. What happened to it?
Oh, it must be nearly 20 years ago. Any road, if it was still in existence, it wouldn't go near you. Mind you, it was a good one, though. Because I remember that woman in the dry cleaners saying it'd be worth having it invisibly mended. Do you remember that time you fell over in the flying horse and caught the pocket on the door handle?
Can't remember that.
No. No, well, state you were in, you wouldn't. Oh, it went to Tommy Deakin in the end. It's funny, you never see a rag and bone man now, do you?
Right, come on, Stanley, shake yourself.
Well, I just sat down.
When he says he's only just sat down, it means he's only just sat down all morning.
You're not going to have a cup of tea, Mount?
I've had a cuppa. I've just come for the cart and the bucket and the ladders and you, Stanley.
Oh, well, shouldn't rely on me. I don't feel too good.
Come on, get it shifted. I'll make you twinkle.
The worst slave driver than she is.
Ah, well, you see, Stan, he's got youth and strength on his side. He's got irresistible force. And that's what you need when you're dealing with an immovable object.
Yeah, so grab your chamois. It's my round and it's going to pay.
Seeing as you're round, we'll have on the rover first.
No.
Hey?
I'll tell you what. We'll have one at the Flying Horse.
Right.
And we'll do all the windows between here and there on account that they're on the way. Now, go on.
Hey, you've definitely got the knack of handling him.
Thank you very much. Right. What can you get a girl of 18?
I don't know. It's different from what we were at 18, aren't they?
Well, I hope she's different to what I was at 18.
Well, I mean, they're so adult now. They can vote, they can get married, they can sign HP.
Ah, 3 great ways of filing trouble on your own head. What can we get her to cheer her up?
What about a nice makeup bag? You always said she left hers all over the place.
Well, I'll give her a makeup bag at Christmas. Come on, genius. What can we give her?
Give who?
Sharon. She's 18 on Wednesday.
Hey? God help us, is she?
Hmm.
Well, you know what's best to get her.
Well, ought to be something special, though, shouldn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I tell you what, we'll split it between us.
Oh, we'll do that all right.
And the way we'll split it, you think of it and I'll pay for it.
Ah.
Hiya.
Hello.
I've come for Mrs. Walker's lady.
Fred, what would you give a girl of 18? No, don't answer that. I'm sorry I asked.
Oh, you're here at last.
I were here about an hour and a half ago and you weren't. So I went and had my dinner. When I came back, you still weren't.
Don't go putting the clock on me. You don't know the hours I work. It's because you're never here. Been trying to get you all morning.
Ah, so I'm told. Something else I've been told is Harry Walton's taking his custom elsewhere.
I couldn't fit him in last Wednesday, so he got shirty. Well, tough.
Well, he tells me that you got shirty and
Well,
all.
maybe you'd have been diplomatic, but you weren't here.
Look, Brian, you go out of your way to fit one of Harry's vans in, don't you? Because he's got 3 of them. And he's got a car, his wife's got a car. So Harry Walton is 5 customers, and you've just waved bye-bye to all on them.
I was up to here.
What, mending punctures for a little bit of stuff?
I'm gonna get mad, Ron. I'm gonna get really mad.
Aye, all right, I'm sorry. Scrub that last remark. I know you've been working your tiddlywinks off, but you've got to keep customers, haven't you? That's how you build a business.
Well, I seem to be building a one-man business. Till it comes to the end of the month.
Hey, hang on. Harry Walton's vans didn't just waltz round here on their own.
We did his vans for years.
Ah, before we went to Qatar. And since we came back, I've invested a lot of scotch in Mr. Walton to get that business back, and now you can't fit him in.
Well, buying scotch is one thing. But have you thought of rolling up your sleeves? I've not seen you with a spanner in your hand since we got back.
You won't either.
Well, that's frank.
I've done all that, Brian. I've done everything you're doing and more. I've worked all hours God sent. And I never had a partner putting money in to set me up. I've done it, Brian. Now, you've got a chance to do it. If you don't want that chance, just say so. I'll buy you out. You could go back to being a straight employee. Think it over while I'm looking at books.
The sammy's too wet. Bring it out. Mine's nearly dry.
I notice you keep it motionless and all, Stanley. Will you get on with them windows?
The cellar's not too safe, you know. Think I'd better foot it.
Right.
There you are, smeared in the window, look. I told you it was too wet. There's more to this than you think, you know.
I'll tell you what, Stanley. You go up there and clean the windows, and I'll stand down here and watch.
If I could run up ladders, you wouldn't have the round, would you? I've given up running up ladders.
Well, you're not down here, Stanley, as a consultant. You were down here to do the windows.
Brian? Give us your overalls. I'm going to the laundrette. I thought you said you were rushed off your feet.
Overalls are hanging up over the basin.
Don't you intend doing any work today?
Maybe, maybe not.
Ian!
I'm useless. That's what I am. You know that? I mean, I must be. I've had Ron in, he's told me.
Did you have a row with him?
You know what he says? If I don't like it, he'll buy me back out. That's what he thinks of me. That's what I get for slogging me guts out.
You don't look like you're slogging your guts out now.
Too right, I'm not. If he wants to bar me out, all right. Fine. I'm not doing another hands tap. He told me to think about it. So I'm thinking about it.
What are you talking about? You don't want to sell your share in the garage?
Why not? I'm tired of breaking me back for Mr. 60%. Let him have the lot. Let's see if he can find another mug like me. I doubt it.
You can't do that.
Oh, can't I?
You don't want to, dear. You've got something of your own here.
I don't care. I'm not going on the way it is.
That was clean water, Stanley.
I can get it filled up here, you know.
I'll get it filled up.
No, it's Inkerman Street. She knows me, yeah.
I know where it is, Stanley.
Oh, well, she just looks after me, you know.
Look, I'll get the water. You move the cart along.
Hey, we're back. Do you want to see what you bought her?
Oh, yeah.
I think you like them. There we are.
Oh, yeah, they'll do.
They're lovely, aren't they? Don't you think so, Elsie?
Yeah, they're very nice, but don't you think it a bit too, well, Bobby Dazzling for you, love?
Oh, but they're not for me. They're a present for Sharon from Len and Reed.
Oh, I see. Well, where is she now?
Still in Sheffield, working in some kennels. She's 18 on Wednesday.
Well, I hope you're not going to post it to her then.
That's a point.
Ah, it's all right. They'll get there by Thursday.
Oh, but it'd be nice if she could wear them on her birthday. I mean, if we went over.
That'd be a nice surprise for her. She'd love that.
You what? Go over there.
Well, it's only an hour and it's a nice run.
Now look what you've got me into.
Wouldn't you like to see her on her birthday?
Well, yeah. Hey, tell you what, we'll take the day off, eh?
Oh, there you are. I knew you were a softie, really.
You speak for yourself. It's you that's going to be looking after the shop.
Oh, hellfire. You've got that stuff on, haven't you? The one where women smash up furniture, and I'm not surprised.
Before you start, Lynch, this was a Christmas present from Mrs. Walker.
You were very smart, Fred. Didn't recognise you at
Oh,
first.
thank you, Rick. Very kind.
Are you going out?
No, I'm going out to find out where the cat's gone. Where do you think I'm going?
Why go on your own? Mavis is doing that.
Oh, no. It's all kiss and tell with Maven, did Chuck?
That's why I've got no conversation.
Where are you going, anyway?
Oh, I don't know, Leonard. I'm an independent fellow with independent means of my own wheels. My world is my oyster.
Must be grab a granny night at the Roxy.
Oh, just don't wait up for me, Lynch. That's all.
Doing that. Awful. Fred, up you click. Well, he shouldn't meet much resistance. He's got that much pong on. If he can get close at all, he'll anaesthetize him.
I'll tell you something, kid. If he came after me, I don't well need anaesthetising.
Right. Stick that in the building society.
That's mine.
Are you happy or not? Because if you're not, say so.
I thought you said 50-50.
50-50? Stanley, if we went 50-50, you'd think you were an executive and you'd want expenses.
But we had an arrangement.
That's it. Quid for you, quid for me, and half of it ploughed back.
In your building fund.
Well, that's what I bought the round off you for.
Oh, Eddie, this is terrific.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Even though I say it myself. Anyway, stick it in the account.
Well, Stan, I've never seen you bring that much home in a day.
Well, there's two of us, aren't there?
Yeah, and one of them working. That's what makes the difference, you know.
So he'll burn himself out, this fella. He's knackered now, I'll tell you. Look at it. There's more work in window cleaning than you know. George Formby's got a lot to answer for.
Yeah, I must admit me muscles are twitching a bit.
It's just because I'm not used to it. Come here.
Oh.
I'm very good at
Oh,
this, you know.
That's terrific, that.
I don't see you doing that to me.
Stanley, there's a brewery kept in business massaging your right arm. You don't need me.
Mind you, he's right, you know. I am a bit knackered. You didn't want to go out in the town tonight, did you, kid?
Oh, I thought we might go to a disco.
These fellas do see me off.
No, I'll let you make a big pile of money first and be a rich widow.
Now, let's stop in, eh? I'll tell you what, you keep doing that. I might just get a bit energetic in a while.
It's Ron, Brian.
Aye?
Been doing any thinking then?
I never get time to do any thinking.
If you're going to be awkward, I'm sorry I came.
Didn't have to.
But we've got to sort this out one way or another, Brian.
Come on, Brian, be sensible. You've got to sort it out.
I suppose that means we sort out Ron's way, eh? Whatever suits Ron.
Look, we might as well have an arrangement that suits somebody, because as it is now, it don't suit anybody. So what do you want?
Got your checkbook with you?
Do you want me to buy you out?
Don't sell it, Brian, don't. Where else are you going to start a business with that kind of money?
I don't think he realises that.
I realise this. What I bought gave me the chance to slog me guts up while other people are sitting pretty.
Don't sell it, Brian.
All right. That's what you want.
Offer me enough.
I'll offer you what you put in. That's all.
That's all you think I put in? The money I came back from guitar with? So that's all you think I put in, eh?
Oh, Brian. Whatever else you put into that garage, and okay, you have. But anything else, that was just like an investment in your own future. That's a gamble everybody takes when they start a business. Now, if you're not willing to follow that through, that's tough. If you want to get out, I'll give you what's down on paper. That's 2,000 quid. Want me to write your cheque now?
I want you to... All right. So you don't like getting your hands dirty? Then let me take on another trained mechanic. Somebody who knows what's what. Somebody who doesn't need his nose wiping every 5 minutes. Then maybe we can get some work done. Then I can go around buying drinks and getting business.
Brian, I hope one day you'll get far enough in business to see my side in this.
So do I.
All right. I've offered to buy you out, and you're not happy. So if you won't call heads, will you call tails?
What does that mean?
You buy me out.
I haven't got the money.
You can borrow it. That's what banks are for.
They won't lend it to me.
Well, you're always telling me what an hard worker you are. Go and tell them. You'll get it if you really want to be in business. Think it over. Oh, and here's something else to think about. When you're pushed, don't go round here and start telling bank manager to get a spanner in his hand.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. But don't keep me waiting too long.
Ciao, lads. Good night, lovey.
No.
Good night, darling. Hey, you've been nursing that well. Is it not dead yet?
You can have it in a minute.
I want to get off, you know, kid.
I just thought I'd step out of the house for a bit. You know, give him a chance.
Eddie and Marion?
Yeah, there was a dull gleam in his eye. It just might have been the light of love. Well, I'm prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Betty, you run off. I'll finish.
Are you sure, Mrs. Walker? Thank very much.
Well, there we are.
Mrs. Tanner, how would you care to have the same again with me?
Well, that's very nice of you, Mrs. Walker.
Well, after the day's labours, I like a little civilised company. And I think you've changed over the years.
You mean I never used to be civilised?
No, you misunderstand me. Just a little tonic.
Thank you. You're a very good house, Mrs. Walker.
And you, my dear. No, maybe it's me who've changed. I don't quite know, really, whether it could be. You see, very few people know me, really know me. And I think very few people really know you, perhaps for precisely opposite reasons.
You know, we could be sisters under the skin, Mrs. Walker.
I understand your reference. The Colonel's lady and Judy O'Grady.
Right, I'm off now, Mrs. Walker. Will you be all right on your own? Only Fred said he'd be late. I think he's hoping to strike lucky.
Right, dear. Well, then I shall expect him back at any moment. Poor Fred.
Oh, don't say that. He's been planning for operation all day.
Put the lights up, will you, Bet? He's got a key.
Yeah.
You might have please let me go for a taxi.
I can't, darling. The office is closed. Good night. See you again. Good night.
Are you stuck, love?
No, I'm all right, Tal.
Only, I saw you asking the fella for a taxi, you know.
What have you did?
Well, I'm only trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
Only, I was going to ask you a dance in there, you know, but you seem to be in company.
It's amazing, that.
I didn't think so.
Well, it amazes me. I've not been dancing. Only came in at the end, see if I can meet up with a couple of friends.
Oh. But it must have been somebody that spit at you. Missed your friends then, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be happy to give you a lift.
Oh, it's very nice of you, but...
But nothing. Look, I know what your mum said about accepting lifts from strange fellas, but... Well, there's nothing strange about me. Not that you couldn't handle any road. Look, I'm on my own at the night, young, so what about it?
This yours?
Yeah. This is the old chariot of fire.
Very nice.
Hop in. Right, what are we heading for?
Well, it's quite a way out.
Oh, more time to enjoy your company, love. My name's Fred, by the way.
Oh, Maureen.
Hi, Ma.
Hi.
Right, where are we heading for then, Ma?
Warrington, as a matter of fact.
Warrington?
It's a long way, I know.
Yeah, well, that's what cars are for, innit?
Hey, do you want me to belt up?
Oh, yeah. Say that again.
Right.
Oh, now, if that's not a surprise, I've never seen one. See, in the middle like a star. It's a surprise, is that?
Perhaps we're going to win the polls.
I said a surprise, not a flipping miracle. Oh, do you know what I'd settle for? I'd settle for having this table sided and the pots washed when I come home from working my fingers to the bone. That'd be the biggest surprise I'd get this week.
I've got the windows to do.
Not till after dinner, Jan, so don't come it. Oh, and come on, Stan, shift yourself. You get sat in that chair like a beached whale.
Stop the nagging, I'll do it.
Oh, look, Chuck. I know you can't run round like a spring chicken anymore. I'm well aware of that fact. But there's something else I'm well aware of, and all. If you don't move yourself now and then, you'll putrefy in that chair.
What?
Turn to stone, don't be so flipping ignorant. Oh, and pass us that gas bill. Just look at it. I wouldn't care, only we've had an out worth cooking. Anyway, Baldwin pays me today, so I'm going straight down the gas showrooms with this and get it off my conscience. So if they come round trying to cut us off, just you crack on, you're not in.
It's only money.
What do you mean it's only money?
Look, there's 3 lads from the bank come into the cafe for a cup of coffee every morning, and they were telling me...
Oh. So that's how you spend your time, is it?
Don't be silly and be quiet. You might learn something. They were saying that banks are sort of middlemen. They lend out other people's money. You give them your money to keep, and they pay you interest on it. But they don't keep that money. They lend it to someone else and charge them a higher interest than they pay you. That's how they make the profit. So if they don't lend out any money, they don't make any profit.
Why don't we...
Get down to the bank and ask them.
Look, why don't we just sell up, split the profit 60-40 like Ron said?
Go on. Ron said either sell up or buy him out. And I say buy him out.
You don't have to make it work, though, do you?
I have to make you work. Mind you, I'm good at that.
You can say that again.
Look, Brian, if you sell up, you'll be out of a job. You won't just be getting rid of a building and equipment. You'll be losing out on an opportunity.
What about
Look,
if we...
Brian, just hear me out, will you? Ron takes 60% of all the profit, right?
Right.
Just think what we could do with that 60% if we bought Ron out. We could pay off the loan.
Assuming we got one.
We could pay off the loan. You could take on some help. I mean, proper help. Not like Ron. You could take on more work, make more money, and once the loan's paid off...
I'll book a holiday in Florida.
I mean it, Brian.
Yeah. We can see that, can't we, kid? Look, love. I just don't want you running away with the idea that it's going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy, Brian. If we never try anything, we'll never get anywhere.
I know that. I'm not daft, love, but...
Why do you go to work, Brian?
Hey?
I said, why do you go to work?
To earn money.
Who for?
Well, not for me. Me family. For you and Super Kid here.
Good. I'm glad you said that. So if you earn money for me and Nicky, and things go wrong for a little bit, it's me and Nicky who suffer. And if we're willing to take a chance, why aren't you?
Thanks. So see me now.
What have you got to say about all this?
He's on my side. That makes 2 to 1.
Aha. 2 little ones against 1 big one. That makes us even. Oh, don't look like that, love. I've got to be sure.
Oh, give over. She must have been thumbing.
It was all above board. I just offered her a lift, which she gratefully accepted.
Aye, heck, into the jaws of death.
We just called off for a little drink into a club that I happen to be a member of.
Aye, which club's this then?
Well, you don't know it. It's the Carlton Manor Club.
Oh, where's that?
It's down near Salford Dock. It's on the way home.
Trying to get drunk, were you?
No, I wasn't. I was just trying to get to know her a bit better. And I did. And I found out she'd not like some birds I know who keep rooking the fellas. Oh, no. This one gets her corner in.
You never let her buy you a drink.
Well, why not?
Out of her old age pension? Shame on you.
All right. You can laugh. She can give you a year or 2 for a start.
Oh, who can't? Hilda, you're on my side.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Go on, then. What happened when you got back to nursing home?
Oh, never mind. Oh, morning, Mrs. Walker.
You're very bright and cheerful, considering that you didn't favour us with your presence till 2 o'clock this morning, and then banged every door in the establishment to advertise the fact.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker. It's just that, well, I'm a little bit elated this morning.
Really? Mrs. Ogden, you won't forget that today is the day for cleaning the bathroom, will you?
Oh, no, I won't, Mrs. Walker. What's she have to keep reminding me for? I've been doing it every week since Adam were a lad.
She's no faith in us, Hilda. Heaven knows why. So where she live then, this granny you grabbed?
Warrington.
Warrington? You never run her all the way home to Warrington.
She had you for a mug. There's plenty of trains to Warrington.
Oh, maybe there isn't, Hilda. Yes, all right. But she just happens to have the good fortune to have bumped into a gentleman, doesn't she?
Well, why didn't he give her a lift then?
Well, all right, then, look, I'll remind you two of this when she comes in here, 'cause she'll be coming in, you know.
Get away. You'll never see her again.
Now what? She'll be after me with that one. I'm telling you, as sure as God laid little apples. Look, put your money down. Come, put your money down. Go on.
Do you reckon he means it?
Go on, there, come on.
She could be desperate.
If you get a chance, find out if Mrs. Harrison's gone away. She's been threatening to go and see her daughter in Canada. And we'd look daft keeping a TV Times for her if she's out there watching Moonlight over the Rockies or whatever.
Yes.
Now, there was something else. What was it?
Oh, I might have flipping known. You said you'd be ready.
Stop minding, I want to get me coat.
It's 11:30.
We're only going to Sheffield.
The other side, it takes some getting through to Sheffield.
Now, what was it? It was on
Go on,
tip of
put
my
your coat
tongue.
on, woman.
Oh.
Are you going to be all right on your own?
Well, I have been left on my own here before.
Yes, I know.
Right. Did you put the present in the van?
I'll put the present in the
I
van.
nearly forgot. Just a minute.
Would you give those to Sharon? Best wishes for a happy birthday.
Oh, Mavis, you shouldn't
They're
have.
too good to get mud on them.
I just thought they'd come in useful, and I mean, they are quite bright and colourful.
Oh, she'll be chuffed to bits with her. Come on, if you're going.
Never.
Oh, I've just remembered. If that stationery fella calls, will you ask him to come back tomorrow? I want a word with him.
Well, what about I can tell him?
No, you can't. I weren't happy with them notelets he left last time.
Well, I can tell him that.
Mavis, be told, leave it alone. You'd end up apologising. And no wild parties while we're gone either.
Oh, I don't suppose you've come for a wild party, have you?
S&T. Hello, Mr. Hicks. No, I haven't. It was a bit trickier than I thought. But I've cracked it. Just haven't finished, that's all. 5? Yeah, I'll be ready for 5. See you then.
Turning customers. More trouble than they're worth, aren't they?
What do you want?
Just passing. Just popped in, that's all, to see what thoughts have been germinating in that curly little head.
I've not made up my mind, if that's what you mean. You're not pushed for an answer, are you?
I'm all right, Jack. I'll bite you each way. If you want to go on slaving for my 60%, that's fine with me. It's you I'm thinking about. But that's me all over, innit?
I'm thinking about me and all. If you want to know the truth, I'm scared to death. I'll be on me Todd, solo. I mean, when we started, I thought you'd be around to handle a problem or two. But it didn't work out that way, did it?
Now, don't be bitter. You know me. Here today, gone tomorrow. I'm the money man, aren't I? I wander down town, drop a couple of thou here, couple of thou there, and I sit back and watch it grow. Which is not to say that I won't be around if ever you get yourself in deep trouble. Anytime you want to take advantage of my vast experience, here's a bell.
Aye. And I know what I'll get. This is a recorded message. I'm in the Bahamas.
I got to get rid of it somehow. Look, if you don't think you're up to it, nobody's twisting your arm. We'll sell up, split the divvy. So what, we've made a couple of bob. What's the little woman think then?
She's all for me giving it a try.
Well, there you go. Now, you can either be a male chauvinist pig and take no notice of her, or you can tell yourself that every now and again they're right. Not very often, but now and again. And here's something else to remember. You're better off having trouble and strife on your side than against you. Because you're going to have enough on your plate without her nagging down your ear hole that she told you so every 10 minutes.
You're a great help, Ross.
That's what I'm here for, kid. Come on, Queen's Head's open. I'll buy you a pint. Feel like she'll get it finished for 5. Come on, you're a long time dead, you know.
Hey, Bet, have you got a minute?
You nearly had me then. Hello, Robert's return. Who's speaking? Can you hold on a minute, love? Mrs. Walker, somebody wants to speak to the manager.
Just a rep.
She didn't say.
No. Anne Walker here?
Yes, why not?
I beg your pardon. Hold the line a moment, will you? Fred?
Yes, Miss Walker.
This is for you. And would you mind explaining to the lady your function here? Because she seems to have an inflated idea of your status.
Oh, right, Mrs. Walker. Hello? Mr. G here, manager. Oh, Maureen, it's you. It's you, Maureen. I don't mind at all. I thought you'd ring, love. What, round here tonight? Yeah. I'm here all night. You know where we are, dear? Good, right. Yeah. Okay, love. Right, well, see you later then. Bye. There you go. What'd I tell you? Told you that bird would be after me, did I?
Did she lend you some money or something, love?
I'll give over, Lynch. Only coming out here to see me tonight, didn't she?
Oh, I can't wait.
Neither can I.
Won't be a moment, dear.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Ogden?
Yeah.
My name is Lowther. Mrs. Ogden may have mentioned me.
Oh, yes.
Is she in by any chance?
No, she just shot round to the laundrette, you know.
Oh, dear.
Oh, she won't be long, though. Can I take a message?
Well, that's very kind of you, but I rather wanted an answer now. I wondered if you could spare me some time tomorrow morning. Is that possible, do you think?
Well, I don't know what she's doing tomorrow.
Oh.
But look, she won't be long. Come on and wait.
Well, my husband's in the car.
I'll bring you in, too. Better than staying out there.
Yes.
Mrs. Ogden's out, dear. Mr. Ogden wants us to go in and wait.
I'm happier here with a crossword.
Please, dear. We don't want to offend them.
Oh, dear.
That's very kind of you.
That's all right. Hill would like it. Take the weight off your feet. I do. Come on, you two, up it. Go on, fill it up it. Well, there's no sign of her, but she shouldn't be a minute, you know.
No, I'm sure she won't be long.
She's got to be back here to make me some food like I go out working on the windows in the afternoons, you know.
Yes, Mrs. Ogden did mention your occupation.
Yeah. I used to be a lorry driver. A long distance, you know. But when I was younger.
Very interesting.
Took it up when I left the army. I was in the Desert Rats, you know. Lorry driver.
In the Western Desert, were you?
All over. RASC, you know.
Not 242 Company, by any chance?
Yeah. Were you there?
I was in the field hospital outside Mercimetrue for a while. Your chaps used to bring our supplies in.
I called it a couple of times.
Isn't it a small world?
You'll know Charlie Bates and Dusty Morgan.
No.
Well, they were ambulance drivers.
Were they?
My husband doesn't have a very good memory for names.
Don't I?
Oh, not really, dear.
Bring out your jam!
Oh, sorry. It's Mrs. Lowther and her husband, you know, who eldered us for. He lodges here.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Yeah, I've heard of you, you know.
Very nice. This gentleman lodges with Mrs. Ogden, dear.
Hmm. This, Morgan chap.
Yeah.
Red-haired, was he? Hmm. Little fellow?
Yeah.
Thick set?
Yeah.
Hmm. Black marketeer. Used to sell half-hour rations to the Arabs.
Oh, well, he would be, you know, a bit of a lad and quiet.
Hmm.
This gentleman and me were Desert Rats together. Anyway, now we're waiting for Hilda.
Oh, I seen your car outside and I said to myself, that's Mrs. Lowther and her husband, and I am sorry to have kept you waiting, but I've been attending to some of my household chores.
I told him to go to the laundrette.
Yes, the automatic washer's out of action at the moment.
Automatic?
Have you been waiting long?
No, only a matter of minutes. I won't keep you, but I forgot to ask. I'm having a little dinner party tomorrow. Could you give me a couple of hours? Either late morning or early afternoon. Of course, I realise it's not your day.
Oh, yes, well, I think I could manage that. Shall we say just after lunch, about 2 o'clock?
Oh, that would be lovely. Well, I won't keep you any longer.
I don't know if my husband's offered you a cup of tea.
I'm going to.
You'd be very welcome.
Thank you, no. No, the doctor has to be back for surgery. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Yes, I'll be there.
Charming.
That's Canada.
Really?
Bye then, Doctor.
Goodbye.
Wait for it, Stanley.
Right, what have you been saying, the pair of you? I'm just looking at the state of this table.
What did I tell you?
I would have to be out, wouldn't I? This place is a tip.
It's not a tip.
You're in it, aren't you? Here. You weren't in your vest when they arrived, were you?
Well, yes, I was, but I nipped smartly upstairs, get my shirt on.
Oh, I know, you nipped up smartly.
Yeah.
Your flaming shirt tail's hanging out.
Hey. Oh, hey.
I've been stood out here like pity for the last 10 minutes. This pie will be stone cold.
We only had a couple. We've been talking.
And?
I'm going to buy him out. If I can swing the load.
Oh, good on you.
Hang on a minute. We haven't got it yet.
We will.
We'll see. Right. I'm going to have me dinner, swill up, and I'll get on down there.
You'll do no such thing. You'll get home, have a bath, and put your wedding suit on.
Look, clever clogs, I'm going for a loan for a garage, not a flaming confectioner's shop. I want them to see I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty. And besides, I've got work to do.
You have 1 or 2 good ideas. Not many, just 1 or 2.
Hey, are we daft?
Who cares? They're lovely with it.
Well, tonight's the night.
Oh, the girlfriend.
Well, loosely speaking. Stand by your bed. She's here, Fred.
Oh, wait, he is as well. Over here, love. Well, you made it then.
Yeah, where is he?
Well, this is Lynch, that's Elsie, Maureen.
Hello,
Hello.
A drinky poo, gin and tom.
Oh, yes, please.
Right, large one.
Why not? Come a long way, haven't you, love, just to see Fred?
Oh, no, I've been to see my girlfriend. She lives near here. I told Fred I'd pop in and see him, you know.
Oh, we thought, didn't we?
Oh, we did.
Last thing I said to you before I went outside that table.
Well, we got it round to it eventually.
Well, you'd had 4 flipping hours.
You impressed him then, didn't you? Man, you don't have to be too good. They don't want you paying that loan back next week, you know. They want a few quid interest out of you first.
We'll sort out the details tomorrow, but you agreed on principle.
What do you think to your new garage owner husband, then?
I'm not too excited. It's only his first. I just hope he'll find someone who'll work hard for him.
That's why there's no women boxers, kid. They'd all be disqualified for hitting under the belt.
All water under the bridge.
Aye. Here's to you, the pair of you.
And here's to tomorrow.
When all your troubles begin.
You work, do you, love?
Oh, yeah. I'm a cashier in a supermarket. Not one of the big ones, but it's quite nice, really.
Oh, you come from Warrington, do you?
Yeah, I've got a little flat. Well, we had to sell the house when I got divorced, you know.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
You do, yeah.
Glasses, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, I wondered if I could get off a bit early. I want to run Maureen home. I've done most of the clearing up.
Very well, but please come in quietly.
I will.
Mrs. Lowther came to see us this morning, Mrs. Walker.
Did she?
Said my house was charming.
Really?
It brought her husband with her, the doctor, you know. I think they were both very favourably impressed. Apart from that flaming table.
Oh, forget it, will you?
The one thing I asked
At
you
least
to
they know
do.
we have to lie them folks, don't they?
You never take any notice.
Favourite.
Are we ready then, Mo?
Oh, yeah, when you are, love.
Right, we'll get cracking then.
Okay.
See
Nice
you, love.
meeting you, yes.
Yeah.
I know, love.
Nice meeting you too, love.
Right.
Right. God, he must have it bad out road to Warrington.
I wish I had a quid for every time I'd done that journey.
We'll meet again.
10,000 Yanks and Elsie.
10,000?
Well, it seemed like 10,000, and all with 4 pairs of hands. Hey, well, this won't get the baby bath, will it? See you, love.
See you, kid.
Cheerio.
Shall I lock up, Mrs. Walker?
Yes, please, Bet. Oh, dear. I do hope that Fred won't be late back.
Well, I bet Fred's hoping he doesn't get back at all.
Really?
She's got her own little flat, all on her ownio.
Hard to picture Fred as a Casanova, isn't it?
Not for Fred, it isn't.
Well, there we go. Home sweet home.
Oh, it's been lovely, Fred. Come here, give us a kiss.
Thanks for running me over, love.
Are you not going to ask me in for a coffee?
Some other time, eh? After all, this is our first date.
No, it's the second.
No, love, we met at the Roxy. This is our first date. I'll give you a ring. Draw.
Come on, send a flipping thunderbolt down on me. Come on!
You've got a funny way of showing it.
Just 25 past.
Oh, it's all right. They'll clock in for us if I'm a few minutes over the odds.
Not with Baldwin breathing down an extra one.
Baldwin?
Yeah, it's just gone in, hasn't he?
Well, what's he doing there at this time of day?
Well, you know what they say about the early bird.
Yeah, well, he's not having this kiddie for breakfast. Right, I'll see you at dinner, kid. I take it we'll be here for dinner?
Yeah.
Right, and I suppose I can say the same for you?
Where else would I go?
Well, you could try the job centre.
I could.
Yeah, see you.
Sure. You weren't going to say anything by any chance, were you?
Like what?
Like, leave 'em, Mary, and I'll do 'em.
No.
Honestly, it beats me what you find to do with yourself all day. It does, honestly.
You heard what the lady said. I could think about going down the job centre.
You're going to the job centre?
I could think about it.
Got me wig on, crooked, have I, Hilda?
No, I was just thinking.
Oh, you're wasting your time, Chuck. You don't get paid for that.
Haven't you ever wondered where you might have been if it hadn't been for the finger of fate?
Finger of fate?
Yeah, you know, that thing what points at us and says who's going to be born with a silver spoon in the gob.
And who's going to be duck eggs?
Yeah. I mean, there's Dr. and Mrs. Lowther living at Goldenhurst. Big posh house, big posh car, wanting for nought. And there's the likes of us, doomed to skivvy for the rest of us lives. Just think, another half turn on that wheel of fortune and we might have been royalty.
I don't think so, Chuck. I can't quite see the Royal Highness's study here come half-10 bowling. Come on, let's be having your last orders. Have you no homes to go to?
Feeling tired, Mrs. Ogden? Oh, well, I was only having 5 minutes, Mrs. Walker. I've been working my fingers to the bone since I come in. Well, isn't that what I pay you for? Well, why are you picking on me? I mean, she's not working up much of a sweat neither, is she?
Finger of fate, Hilda.
I take it there's no sign of Fred yet?
No, Mrs. Walker.
Well, when I do see him, I have something to say to him, waking me up at that unearthly hour.
What time did he get in, then?
3:30, and he made a racket fit to waken the dead. As soon as he shows his face, I want to see him straight away.
Oh, you'll be able to tell him yourself, then, Mrs. Walker.
Ah, you have decided to grace us with your presence.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Walker. I must have slept in.
3:30, eh? Life of the old dog yet, then?
Oh, less of the old dog, will you?
I thought, Fred, that you were merely running your lady friend home to Warrington.
Well, I was. Well, I did.
And the rest, eh, Fred? By X, you must be somewhat more in the magnificent. You've got eyes like 2 poached eggs.
Please, Bet, spare us the sordid details. Now, when you do get back to the land of the living, I would like a word with you, so perhaps you will come through.
Right, Mrs. Walker.
Do you know, I've got to hand it to you, Fred. You've not known her 5 minutes. Still, she's not seen you in daylight yet, has she?
Well, some of us have it and some of us don't, you know. I just wish you'd keep your lip buttoned in front of Mrs. Walker, Lynch, that's all.
You what? I would have thought you'd have wanted to shout it from the rooftops. Second date and you've cracked it. It's no mean feat, isn't that, Fred? Not at your age. Oh, the answer to a maiden's prayer.
Who, me?
No, to tea.
I should have known they all say that. You better drink it while you've got 5 minutes.
Thanks. You were saying?
It's all right, I'll serve this lady.
No, you're all right. It's a bit hot for me anyway.
Oh, right. Well, I'll be through the back if you want me.
OK. Breakfast sally's finished, you know.
Yes, but the VAT returns aren't, are they?
Hi.
Ah, hello.
Is the big man in?
Ah, yeah, he's in the back. Do you want him?
Yeah, please.
Alf.
Hello.
Sorry, love.
A tin of beans.
What, love?
Might want you. Beans.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's more a question of what I can do for you.
Hey?
Are you doing anything tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah, you haven't got a council meeting or anything, have you?
No, not tonight, then. Why?
Good. Fancy coming out for a meal?
What were you?
Well, me and a couple of mates, yeah.
What's brought this on?
I'll tell you when I see you tonight, if you're coming.
Well, after now, won't I, to find out what's going on?
All right, then. Pick up about 7:30, all right?
Yeah, all right, ta. Hello, Ken.
Hi. Hi. Hello. I just popped in to let you know I won't be in for dinner after all. Got to nip out later this morning and there's no way I'm going to be back.
Oh, well, it's just as well. I've got nothing seen any road.
Oh.
Glad I bumped into you.
I don't think I like the sound of that much.
Look, I had to ditch my car last night, didn't I? I ran out of juice. I wondered if you, could give me a lift back.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I've got a wholesaler coming any time now. If you can leave it till this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Well, if it's that urgent, why don't you ask Glenn?
Oh, I have no chance.
Hang on a sec. Where exactly is your car?
Oh, it's right up the top of Warrington New Road, Ken.
Oh, no problem then. I'm going that way.
Ken, you're the saints.
You'll have to give me about an hour.
An hour?
That's my best offer, I'm afraid.
Forget it, pal.
Hiya. Well, you might have set the table.
I've been washing my hair.
Oh, yeah, I was forgetting. You have to do it now, don't you? I mean, you're rushed off your feet for the rest of the day, aren't you?
Oh, what's the panic? Elsie's not back from the chippy yet, is she?
She'll be back in a minute, though, won't she?
Then I'll set it in a minute, won't I?
Forget it, Susie.
Oh, suit yourself.
Hey, now, are you sure it's no bother, kid?
Oh, don't be so daft. I wouldn't ask you if it was.
Oh, Bayek.
I'd have got best china if you said you're bringing royalty back.
Hey, listen, you, don't you be so cheeky.
Well, it seems daft her going on to brew up for one when we've got the kettle on here, haven't we?
Have we?
Oh, flaming heck. You want out doing Elsie, do it for yourself.
Well, I hope you're not looking at me.
She knows who I'm looking at.
Oh, all right. It's all big bad Susie's fault. You happy now?
Oh, listen, Elsie, leave kid alone.
Oh, leave them. I'm used to it. It's Birchall bashing week, hadn't you heard?
Well, what do you expect? Look at this place. Look at it. Look at the state of it. It's all your gear and all.
Oh, she's all right, this kid. Scatters about, but lovely with it. So you can't have everything, can you?
I wish you'd tell them that.
Do you know it's ages since I played this game?
What game?
Happy Families.
Oh.
Hey, you timed that well. What are you going to have, love?
Vodka and tonic. A large one. I've earned that this morning.
If ever I can get a look in here.
Shot her own?
Looks like it, yeah. Hey, Bet, come on. A fella could die of thirst down here.
I can guarantee it if you don't keep his gob shut, Leonard. Right, Mighty Mouth, what can I do for you?
You wouldn't think we went to the same charm school, would you? Give us a pint in there and a large vodka and tonic. Where's the tame gorilla, then?
I take it you mean Fred Face? How many have you got? Well, he skived off about 20 minutes since. Said he'd only be about quarter of an hour, and like a fool, I believe him.
You've only got yourself to blame, then, haven't you?
Do you want the zip potter over your head?
Well, I'd have thought you'd have known where you stood with Freddy now.
I know where I will stand with him. If he's not through that door sharpish, I'll have him for a flipping doormat.
I do. Hey, you better stake your poison, mate, while I'm still in the driving seat.
Cheers. Pint of bitter, please, Bet.
It's all right for some, isn't it?
Hey.
Well, I take it you've left your staff chained to the freezer while you come gallivanting out?
Listen, I've earned this.
Where have I heard that before?
Well, I have. Not that you'd notice, so long as your tea's on table when you walk in.
Oh, I knew there was something. I'll be out tonight.
Not be wanting any tea?
No, I've been invited out to dinner, haven't I?
Oh, who with?
Mike Baldwin, would you believe?
Mike Baldwin?
That's what I thought, yeah. He rang me at the yard this morning. He said he wanted a bit of a chat and would I like to have dinner with him. Him and a couple of mates.
Well, I can imagine what Mike Baldwin makes her like and all.
You'd be wrong, wouldn't you? Because I'm one of them.
You are?
He's asked me and all.
What for?
I don't know. Did he say out to you?
No, not a word.
No sign of Fred yet?
No, Mrs. Walker.
What on earth does he think he's playing at?
Flaming heck. It's been nicked.
Right, I'm off.
Already?
I promised Deirdre I'd get back.
That's what I like to hear. Somebody thinking about this stuff.
We all think about our stuff. I won't tell you what I think of them, though.
Clock you in a minute.
We can't twist your arm.
No, I better go. I'll see you later anyway.
Trial.
Yeah, well,
all right.
What's this?
Mrs. Walker.
Oh, don't say something's happened to him.
Well, I don't know, do I?
Mrs.
Good
Walker.
morning, Constable. What can we do for you?
Well, it's about your car, Mrs. Walker.
My car?
Your Rover, VNE 592K. That's your car, isn't it?
Not anymore, it isn't, no. It belongs to Fred G., my cellar man.
Oh, I see.
The authorities have been informed.
Yes, well, it can sometimes take a while for it to filter through.
What about car, then?
Well, I just called in to tell you. It's in the pound. Causing an obstruction, I'm afraid. We were asked to move it.
An obstruction? Where?
It was left in a bus lay-by just off Warrington New Road. Must have been on his way home when he ran out of petrol. There was no problem during the night, but when the buses started to run this morning, we had no choice.
Had he been there all night?
Well, certainly from 12:30 this morning, that's when it was first spotted.
Was it now?
What's the matter, Red?
Well, if he was nearly home by 12:30, he could hardly have been with the magnificent mooring till turn 3 now, could he?
Pardon?
Oh, now, Chuck, now's at all.
Well, no doubt we'll be hearing from him in due course anyway, but if you do see him first, perhaps you'll give him the message.
Oh, we'll give him the message, all right. You just leave it with us, love.
You're in trouble.
Hey, oh, if it isn't Super Stud himself.
Shut it, Lynch.
Mrs. Walker.
Has she said out?
Of course she's not set out. Half her staff disappear at the busiest time of the day. She's never even noticed.
I thought you were covering for me.
What am I supposed to do? Crack on you turn into the invisible man?
Oh, as if I'm not in enough flipping trouble.
Trouble, Fred. You don't know the meaning of the word.
Get your carcass out of the way while I go on that phone.
Oh, so you have come back.
Yes, sorry, Mrs. Walker, I really am. I had a bit of personal business on, you know.
It wouldn't have out to do with a car, would it?
Car?
Yeah, you know, a lump of metal with a wheel at each corner.
Well, if you must know, yeah, it's been nicked, hasn't it?
Nicked? Oh, no, not the Rover.
I left it up the road. I ran out of petrol.
Ran out of petrol? I would have thought you could have come up with something more original than that.
I was on my way back, weren't I? I've just been to pick it up.
And there it was, gone.
Could be anywhere now. London, Edinburgh.
Wrapped round a tree on Peace Lanks Road.
Oh, you're a big help, you are. I'll be back in a minute, Mr. Walker.
There'll be no necessity for that, Fred.
Why's that,
actually.
Mr. Walker?
Your car is quite safe. We had a visitor while you were out.
One of the boys in blue.
Coppers?
Apparently your car was causing an obstruction and they removed it.
Removed it?
To the police.
Oh, that's all.
Still, Wonder Woman was worth it. What time did you get in?
3:30.
What's to do with you anyway, Lynch?
Oh, not really. Except that the police reckon they spotted your car in a lay-by about 12:30, not a cock's stride from here, which by my reckoning gives you just about time to drop her off at home, ask if there's any chance of a cup of cocoa, and get the door slammed in your face.
What's it got to do with you anyway?
Fred?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
What's that?
Oh, it's petrol, Mrs. Walker.
Petrol?
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
Well, don't just stand there. Get it outside. This place could go up in flames at any moment.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
She's right, you know, Fred. You could get your fingers very badly burned if you're not careful.
Do you know something, Lynch? I'll swing for you one of these days. I really will.
You know, Bet, there are times when you are more than a little cruel.
Me, Mrs. Walker? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, love?
Are you decent?
Of course I am.
Oh, well, I'll come back when you're not then.
I'll come back now. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Anything you fancy?
Well, nothing you can do in the pictures, not without getting arrested.
I mean, anywhere you fancy going.
Well, I thought we'd stop in. I mean, it's ages since we had a cosy night in together, just the two of us.
Yeah.
Well, then.
Well, how can we? It's like Piccadilly Circus in here.
See what you mean.
How about your place?
Oh, yeah, great. If you fancy go up in a Hilda ironing the holes in Stan's long johns.
It doesn't look like we've got much choice, does it?
No.
Oh, hello, you here again? I don't know why I don't just move in.
I keep telling her that, but it doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere.
Perhaps you're asking the wrong one.
Hey, Susan, I don't suppose you might be going out tonight?
I might be, yeah.
Well, yeah, we don't need that.
Then again, I might not.
Little charmer, isn't she?
Do you know it rare we go through vinegar? I think he must have a bath in it, you know. Perhaps that's why he's always out, big fool.
How are you fixed then?
I'm ready.
Oh, you can take him anywhere.
Two gorgeous blokes are on Razzle, and I'm stuck with our Jack.
We're not going on Razzle.
Well, you got no whitewashed coal house, are you? That's a fact. Yeah, but you can put my name down any day of the week.
I don't think it's quite your scene, Vera.
Oh, try me.
They're going out with your boss.
Oh, Baldwin.
That's right. Are you fit then? I am, yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, love.
That's if you're back in time. What are you up to any road?
Don't ask me.
Oh, well, I thought you all knew everything working in a shop.
You thought wrong, didn't you? I'll tell you something, though.
What?
You still owe us for that vinegar.
You on your own, Hilda?
Yeah, Stan's gone to the Legion Domino's final tonight.
Oh, I didn't know he was that keen on dominoes.
Oh, he's keen on out where the ale's cheap.
Half a bitter, please, Bet.
Hey, you on your own and all?
Afraid so.
Oh, must be something catching. Do you suppose it's something our best friends won't tell us?
Yeah, Deirdre's working, so I thought I'd pop out for a quiet drink on my own.
You come to the right place, then, love. It's like talent night at cemetery, isn't it?
Oh, Fred, how did it go at dinner time? Did you get your car back all right?
Don't mention cars to me.
Oh, no, don't say the kids have been at it.
Worse. Cops.
The police?
Yeah. Only carted it off, haven't they?
Oh, what for?
Well, I reckon it was causing some sort of a obstruction.
Oh, I thought you left it in a lay-by.
Yeah. Bus lay-by.
Oh, God. Well, they did have a point, I suppose.
Oh, he gave us a right turn, you know.
Who did, Hilda?
Well, that copper what come in at dinner time to tell Mrs. Walker about Fred's car.
Nothing like the turn I got, Hilda, when I went to get it back. 43 flipping quid.
It'd be cheaper to take your lady friend home in a taxi, Fred.
If he goes on like this, it'd be cheaper to buy one.
I still don't understand what he was doing between 12:30 and 3:30 in the morning.
Well, he reckons he tried to kip in the car. Then when he found out he couldn't, he decided to hitch it home. Only he ended up on Shanks's pony. You mean he walked it? Well, would you give Fred G a lift in the middle of the night?
I wouldn't trust Fred G in broad daylight.
Something amusing you, Lynch?
Now you'd find funny, Fred face. By heck, Fred, you don't half know how to pick 'em.
What's that?
Your lady friends. You could have had a weekend in Paris for the money that you spent on her.
Now, Elsie, that is not fair. A weekend in Paris would have been cheaper.
Do you know, Lynch, one of these days you're going to get your tongue wrapped round your windpipe, you aren't you? And throttle yourself. Unless I do it first.
Sounds like it.
Right, come on in, fellas, come in. So, make yourselves at home. Take the weight off your feet. What you gonna have to drink?
You wouldn't have a beer, would you?
Yeah.
Beer? In a place like this?
Oh, can't be bad,
Voted to it.
There you go. Help yourself.
Ah, thanks very
Now,
much.
for gin,
Oh, I'll stick to
whiskey,
brandy, please.
Brandy. Right. A man of taste. Right then, here we go. Say when.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's sacrilege, you know, to sup anything else after a blowout like that.
I always was a peasant.
That's true. Anyway, thank you very much, Michael.
My pleasure. Here's to us. Right, now you know what the mystery was. What do you reckon?
Well, I reckon it's going to cost a fortune to do what you want to do.
Not your problem, is it? It's mine. Mine and Yardley's.
Who is this Yardley, anyway?
Oh, he's a business acquaintance of mine. He's had a lot of success in this game, believe you me.
And he honestly reckons he can turn that warehouse in Rosamond Street into a wine and disco bar.
He does?
I can't imagine that place is the Las Vegas of the North.
Look, if Yardley says it's a goer, it's a goer. Believe you me, his track record proves it. Why else would I want to go in with him?
Yeah, well, if you've made your mind up, I mean, where do we fit into it?
Well, I respect your opinion, that's why.
Yeah, we certainly need something round here to liven things up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, you could be on a winner.
Well, you certainly could if you got a plumbing contract.
Yeah, I know, but,
yeah,
I mean,
but it's
apart
not
from that-
everybody's cup of tea, though,
Now,
is it?
just a minute, fella. What is these days?
Well, just tell me one thing.
What's that?
Why us?
Hey, now, come on, Alf.
No, just a minute. No, let him say what he has to. Go on.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. I mean, you could get any plumber to do that job. And as far as I can see, you're not going to be buying in from my shop. So why are we suddenly so important to all this?
Well, you're right, and I'll tell you. This isn't everyone's cup of tea. There's going to be a lot of opposition. But people around here, well, they respect you. Both of you. They trust what you say. So I'll tell you one thing. I'll put my cards on the table. I reckon, with your support, we're onto a flyer.
If she said she was going out, we needn't have sat through that flaming picture.
Well, you know Susie. Why be helpful when you can do the other? Want another drink?
No, sir. How long have we got, you reckon?
Well, she'll not be back till chucking out time. Other one's alone to herself.
Better make the most of it then, hadn't we?
What was I saying? Oh, sorry. I aren't busting anything up, am I? Well, how was I to know you were here with Loverboy? Would it have made any difference if you had? What's that mean?
Hey, knock it off, knock it off. Look, I better be going anyway.
You don't have to dash off on her account, you know.
Well, I have got to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning, remember?
Do you fancy a cup of that before you go?
No, I'm all right. Tar any road.
See you tomorrow, then.
Yeah, see ya.
Ta-ra. Ta-ra. Well, tar very much.
What for?
Barging in like that.
Oh, sorry. Next time I sit on the doorstep till he's gone, shall I?
What are you doing with them?
What's he look like?
They're mine.
Yes, I know. I borrowed them. Didn't think you'd mind.
Well, that's just where you're wrong, isn't it?
Oh, come on. It's only a pair of rotten earrings.
And last week it was my necklace. And me tights seem to have got a life of their own since you moved in.
Hey, now, just you hang on a minute.
No, I won't hang on a minute. When I said I'd share with you, it was the room I was talking about, not everything I've got to my flipping name. And while we're on the subject, you might be used to living in a pigsty, but I'm not. I'm sick and tired of living in a room that looks like a bomb's hit it.
Oh, are you now? Well, I'm very sorry I don't meet with your approval, but it just so happens that is the way I am. And the sooner you get used to it, love, the better.
Shall I top you up, Alf?
Oh, no, I'm all right. I've still got some here.
What about you, Len?
No, thanks. It'll be coming out my ears if I have any more.
Well, then. Now you've heard. Are you with me?
You can count me in.
Alf?
Go on. But don't expect me to pull those strings with the council.
Now, have I asked you to?
No, you haven't.
Well, then. Here's to it.
I don't know, you're like a dog with a bone when you get your teeth into something, you aren't you?
Well, you gotta be. If you want anything out of this world, haven't you, hey?
I still think you got a bit of a fight on your hands, though. You know, it's like Alf says, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
I believe if anything's worth doing, it's worth fighting for. And so do you two, don't you? Why else do you think I wanted you on my side?
On your own? Yeah. Eddie's gone home. Had a good night.
Well, not exactly a blockbuster by my standards, but could have been worse. Where's Madam?
She's gone up. And she can rot up there for all I care.
Hey, what's going on here?
I'm sick to death of her, Elsie. I'm sick of her borrowing anything I'm to leave around without so much as a word. I'm sick of her turning the room into a tip. I'm sick of her using us like rotten skivvies. I've had enough.
Hey, calm down. Now, let me deal with this. I'll deal with her. I'll mark a card first thing in the morning.
Oh, what's the point? She's got skin like flipping tarmac.
Well, you can't go on like this, the pair of you, can you?
Well, whose fault's that? Look, Elsie, I said I'd give it a try, and I have. I'm sorry.
Oh, now, look.
It's not working, is it?
Well, I can't just chuck her out in the street, can I?
Well, one of us has got to go, that's for sure. Because if she doesn't, I will. Suddenly she decides to get up before me. She grabs me nail polish, me scented soap, that big bath towel I have. She sat in that bath with lather up to her neck using my salt, singing a flaming ode off to my flipping tranny. Oh, I'm sorry to be such a nag, Elsie, but obviously one of us has got to go. I can't carry on sharing a room with Miss Susie Wong up there.
Look, I've got an idea.
Anything.
Well, it's not exactly brilliant, and it would depend on a bit of give and take on both parts.
Well, I'm willing.
Well, I've got a front parlour out there. How about one of you giving it a try?
Yeah, of course they play ball. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, take the plumber, Fairclough. He's not going to go leading any crusades, is he? Not if he knows there's a nice little contract in the offering. Yeah. Oh, the councillor, Roberts. Well, he's in the trade himself, isn't he? He can see all the angles. Now, Joe, look. If there's any fuss from the residents, it's these guys that'll be doing the talking. Yeah. Right. Well, now we've got them all stitched up, we're on the way. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep in touch. Yardley Developments. That's your firm now, is it? Yeah, OK, mate. Cheers, Joe.
Ah, Mr. Baldwin, you had a message. Have a look at the muck you made on your papers. Didn't your man never have no saucers?
Oh, lucky to get cups in there, huh?
Hello? Isn't that our street?
Your street?
I'm sure I've seen Coronation Street.
That's so?
Is it, somewhat hush-hush like?
Well, it is pretty confidential. Something that I wouldn't like to get out. Negotiations being in the very vital stage, so to speak. We're planning an ice rink.
In our street?
Shh. Where else?
No, I'm sorry, Elsie. I just wouldn't be happy in here. It's like a flipping morgue.
All right, calm down. So, I haven't used it in ages, and it does look a bit like a glory hole. But get out some of this accumulated junk and get it decorated a bit of paper, and it's going to look...
Hey, what's all the row about?
Row? I'll tell you what the row's about. I've just had a glorious daydream of days gone by, before I was invaded by you two Kilkenny cats. And all I had to worry about then was our Dennis sitting gorillas in the sink.
So?
So? Making no bones about it, I'm splitting you two up. And one of you, and I don't care which one, is coming down here.
Well, I'm not sleeping down here. It smells all mouldy.
Well, I'm certainly not being shoved in here.
It's you that's complaining, sweetie.
Yeah, but it's last in, first out, surely. I mean, I've had the room longer than you.
Oh, yeah? What about all those years of Sherwood Gill before you were even
All
heard of?
right, shut up the pair of you. We've got to get this thing sorted out, and screaming and shouting at one another won't sort it out, will it?
Tell you what, Elsie, I've had an idea. You being the oldest, why don't you move down here? Save with the stairs.
Hey, you madam. Be very, very careful. Older I might be, but my temper hasn't changed.
Well, however we choose to describe Mrs. Slater, I must say I found her quite pleasant, and she certainly does quite well on the telephone.
Well, she would, wouldn't she? You don't get fellas spending the brass cursing and shouting at them. The old dulcet tones and honeyed words.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, I wonder if I could be on a flyer tonight. Tis my night off.
Perfectly all right, Fred.
Only Maureen's been on the blower. Thought I'd take her for a nice meal. Is it all right?
Best bib and tucker, eh? Down the East Lancs in the old gas guzzler.
All I ask, Fred, is that there should not be a repeat of Monday's performance.
Performance, Mrs. Walker?
3:30 a.m., doors banging, toilets flushing.
Miserable old cow. Hey, there would be a row if I didn't flush the toilet.
Well, knowing you.
Hey, you can drop dead and all.
Oh, charming. I can see why the talent come rushing. It's your dazzling repartee.
I've got you, Tape Lynch. You thought it was for the bum's rush, didn't you? It knocked your cork leg when Maureen gave me a bell.
Give you Big Ben for all I care.
You thought I was on the right signal, didn't you? Hey, all I've lost and gotten out for it.
I never doubted her for a minute. A big spender like you. Gee, I wish I had a fellow who'd travel 50 miles.
50 mile? It's nowhere near 50 mile, Lynch.
Oh, it's not a cockstride, is it? To Warrington and back.
Wallington? Who said I'm going to Wallington? Oh, no, you got it wrong, Lynch. She's coming here. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Hey, you'd look well, you, with a pipe in your gob. You look like Popeye. Popeye, Lynch.
Without a word of a lie, as true as I'm standing here. An ice rink.
Have you heard this?
Did what?
Hilda reckons there's going to be an ice rink.
An ice rink round here. Can't see it. Have you heard up, Len?
Heard what? Give the
About
box of
this
matches,
ice
will you,
rink.
Hey?
Ice rink, where you skate.
Get off!
I'm telling you. I've seen the plans.
Plans? Where would you see plans?
I've seen them at Mike Baldwin's. I said, what's them? And he said, an ice rink.
Oh, them plans. Yes, I've seen them and all the council plans.
For an ice rink, when they're cutting everything else to the bone?
Well, an ice rink's all right. I used to go skating myself. Used to be a rink down Cheetah Mill. Mind you, I was more of a roller skater. Oh, best in our street, and that were one-footed. If I'd ever got hold of 2 roller skates.
I think they're pulling your leg, Hilda.
Why not, you know? It's for the old folk, isn't it? The ones that can't get about. I mean, there was Stan and Hilda, Albert Tatlock. I might even get down there myself, you know, doing my triple wheelies, or whatever they call them.
Triple wheelies? You can't even come down flipping stairs without spraining your ankle.
Now, that's where Baldwin's got it cracked. He's expanding the factory now. They're going to start making crutches and splints.
Oh, aye, that reminds me. The wholesalers coming in. We want some helmets, some knee pads, some plasters.
Yes, very clever, very droll. Only thing that needs crutches round here is your flipping jokes.
I ask you, Hilda, ice rinks for heaven's sake.
Well, I might need my bumps read, but I did see a plan. And when I see something, I see it.
So I think it's the joke factory, eh, Vera? Anything going in the way of jobs?
Not a lot better now. Hey, don't be so flaming forced, Duckworth. What about handbag Sammy? He's taking on, isn't he?
Oh, aye, he's always looking for a good saleswoman, you know. He's doing a right good line in corsets these days. Could you sell corsets, do you reckon?
Yeah, I could. I sold Twiggy a pair once.
What I'm after, Mike, is a place with a touch of elegance, you know what I mean? Not too expensive, but it's got to have a little bit of class, you know what I mean? Your little tables in the corner, candle in the old bottle.
Jackson's chippy.
I'm taking out a bit of class, Lynch. If it was you, it'd be fish chips and mushy peas, eh? I'd get what I want at all. What are you doing there, you?
What do you mean?
Hey, that's mine, that. Leave that alone.
Petrol, 23.85.
Give over it, that's mine. Give me that book back.
Tickets for flicks.
Lynch, will you give me that book?
Fetching Rover from police pound plus bus fare.
It's my tax, innit?
Yeah, tax. Pull the other one. It's what you're chucking away on the Warrington High Flyer.
Mind your own business.
80-odd quid. Come on. Own up and assist. That's the damage so far. Check.
Right, and you can add 20 quid to that if you're taking her for a meal, so we're classy.
Well, when you pull in the bird, you don't count the coppers, do you, Mike?
Not if she's worth it.
Buy a car jack with $1 Parton for that. No, it was just the way they all jumped on her. I mean, obviously she'd seen something, and I think she knew what it was she'd seen.
A nuclear power plant, cruise missiles.
Go on, send me up like they sent Hilda up.
I know, a fallout shelter for the big bugs on the council. Sit there sacrosanct while the rest of us incinerate.
It's all right. You get off to your committee meeting and don't expect any tea when you come back.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I'll be at the town hall this afternoon. I suppose I could pop into the planning department.
Oh, no, it's too late now. You can't get round me like that.
Yeah, well, I would need that miniature camera, I suppose. You know, the one I keep in my tyre. Where do we put it?
Any more cheek, Barlow, and I'll land you one.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'll make some inquiries, see if there's been any change of use or anything applied for. All right. Oh, and I'll meet you tonight on the Red Wreck, and you will say to me, are the tulips in flower? And I will say, tulips, you must be kidding.
Good morning, you.
Oh, good morning.
Hello, Mrs. Cottrell. Getting on all right, are you?
Looking at it from every angle, I think it'd be a good idea.
Oh, don't you start taking your side.
Look, I am not taking sides. I know it's peeving you. It'd peeve anybody.
Of course it's peeving me. OK, I can see Elsie's got a point. But you can bet on one thing, Susie won't budge.
Well, let her stay up there. I mean, looking at it practically.
You just don't understand, do you, Eddie?
I'm just trying to be practical, that's all.
I'm having my strings pulled, can't you see that? I'm being manipulated. It's a matter of self-respect. I mean, why should she be able to swan back from London, do this cuckoo act and knock me out?
Oh, come on, it's not as strong as that.
Well, I feel it is. And if Miss Fancy Draws is going to be as difficult as this, I am and all.
Look, I don't see you've got much option under the circumstances.
How do you mean?
Well, I can't see Elsie kicking out her little pet, can you?
No, I can't. I'm not daft. Obviously, Elsie's got a soft spot for Susie, the two of a kind, I suppose. Well, Elsie can please herself. Oh, listen, Eddie. Maybe I'm not thinking straight. And I know it's going to make things hard on us, but all this argy-bargy's got me so knotted. I've decided that the best thing to do is to go back to Bury and stop with my mum. Well, I'm sorry. I can't see any other solution.
Hello. Where's Marion?
Gone back to work.
I've only got about 10 minutes myself. You know, I went to the cafe down the road for a bit of peace and quiet. And would you believe it? 2 lorry drivers start having a barney. Changed her mind, has she, then? Marion, about moving down here?
Oh, not so you'd notice.
Oh, pity. I got the impression you were sitting there choosing the wallpaper.
I've told her I'll pitch in with the old paintbrush, as long as I've got your permission.
Of course you have.
It's not a question of the practicalities with marrying, though, is it? It's a matter of pride.
Is it?
Well, she sees it as an issue. Who gets their own way? Her or Mata Hari?
Look, let's get it straight, Eddie. Marion started this. She made it an issue. Susie was quite willing to share.
Maybe, but I mean, it was Marion's room in the first place, and now she's being shoved out. She thinks the old thing's been cocked up by crafty knickers. You know, if she makes enough of a pest of herself, Marion will go on her own.
Oh, I don't think Susie's as crafty as that.
Well, it's either that, Elsa, when it comes to the crunch, she's got the blue eyes round here.
Oh, come off it. That's all baloney, and Marion ought to know that and all.
All right, it's baloney, but that's the way she feels. She feels hurt. She feels she's got the mucky end of the stick.
Look, I'll tell you straight, I don't want Susie down here because I can't trust her. The moment she's sussed out the pros and cons, she'd have every Tom, Dick and Harry in here. And on the other hand, I just can't chuck her out on the street, can I?
Well, I wish you'd tell Marion that, because she thinks her strings are being pulled by a right little clever club.
I will tell her. Give me a chance. And he thought of the idea this morning, and then the storm broke and took the wind right out of my sails, didn't it? I thought Marion would see the advantages right away. It's a much better proposition than upstairs.
I've got to hold my hands up, I agree with you.
Well, why don't you try selling it to Marion, then? Tell her it's a place to be on your own. Well, me and the Oggies aren't playing gooseberry to you.
Well, I did sort of touch on it, you know.
Well, don't just touch on it, harp on it. Hire a brass band. Start painting the clouds with a bit of sunshine. Look, just think of it. You get it decorated, a nice bit of carpet, a new couch, and hire a TV set. I mean, it'll be a start for you together. A place to put your little bits and bobs, won't it?
You know, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, all right, then sell it to Marion, hard. And if you're doing that this afternoon, get them cobwebs down from up there and light a fire in the grate. Use your loaf, Edward.
Hey, Els, how's this chimney for sot?
Very well blessed, I should think.
Fancy a top-up, mate?
I should have been away 5 minutes ago.
How about it being spiced up with a drop of the hard stuff, eh?
You'll have me falling off my ladder.
Oh, picking the old winners, eh? You know the worst thing in the world, then? Picking a winner and not having the bread to back it, you know.
Must be tragic.
Tragic? Diabolical. There's me there with that right little goer.
What, the Warrington Flyer?
You've heard about it, eh? A right signer. And there, I pulled the bird. Got the passion wagon all ready, but I've got no bread, have I? Don't mind the petrol so much, but when the fuzz rip you off for several score...
Well, you'll just have to give the elbow if you can't afford it.
Yeah, it looks like that. The only thing is I've just got enough for one night, Len, you know what I mean? And it's got to be the night. Do you know what I mean? The night.
Best of British.
Look, Len, I don't want to sink the ship for the want of a ache of the tar, you know. I thought I would plan something rather special. Little candlelight supper for two, little cosy little corner, know what I mean? Only thing is I can't afford anything too classy. I thought of the Nelson, you know. It's not going to impress anybody, that, is it? No, I thought that maybe a mate of mine might just slip me the odd tenner, you know.
Well, it's either that or a tin of liver salts. Knowing the Nelson. See you, Fred.
I hope you do fall off your ladder.
You were saying? You were at the town hall?
Yeah, well, it was just routine matters, you know. And I bumped into Bill Wadsworth.
Oh, he's the planning officer?
Yeah,
right?
he's the fellow that's looking after your project.
The consortium's project?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we got talking, me and Bill, and I discovered that there is a meeting tonight, so something could break for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, well, he doesn't see any problems, does he?
No. The only problem might be, could be the parking. I mean, that could come up in committee. You see, you've got Maudsley Street, you've got Crimea Street, and you've got Coronation Street. Now, given you're pulling the crowds...
Oh, here's to the crowds.
Yeah, well, I'll drink to that as long as you find the way to my shop. No, you see, there could be a bit of congestion, though. If folks stick the vehicles down side streets, which they will, because there's no yellow lines.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I can't see any problem about parking or anything else, can you?
Not really, no.
I mean, who's going to complain? Are you? Is Len?
He'll have his estimates in me now, I bet.
Yeah, but who else is there? I mean, you may get the odd person wanting to get the moaning, but...
Yeah, well, you always get moaners.
Yeah, well, I tell you this. If any of the punters do start moaning, they better know what they're talking about. Because there are some very determined people behind this project.
Now, Fred, face it, you've been stood up. She's not coming. She's had a better offer.
Well, let's face it, she can't have worse, can she?
Oh, drop dead.
Ain't Romeo got a date, has he?
You better believe it, kid. She's coming hot foot to see him from the wilds of Warrington.
Get off.
As I live and breathe. And don't look now, but the stagecoach has landed.
Excuse me, is Mr. G available, please?
My dear, how nice to see you again. Bet, dear, will you get Mrs. Slater's order on the house? I'm sure you can do with a drink after your journey. Train travel is such a trial these days, isn't it?
Me journey?
Was it Wells Fargo or is it Pony Express these days from Warrington?
No, I came on the bus this morning to see Doris, my girlfriend. So I've been down in Weatherfield all the afternoon. Still, I'll have a gin and tonic if you insist.
Oh, I just pop out for a minute and there you are. I'm glad you could come, darling. Ain't she gorgeous?
Shut up, he'll have me blushing.
I shouldn't have a drink. It will make it tracks, eh?
But Mrs. Walker's very kindly offered one on the house.
Oh, well, if it's on thous, get it down your neck. Look, I've had a terrible time finding a nice place to book. Well, all the ritzy joints are fully booked up, you see. But I managed to find a place. There's an old pal of mine. It's called the Nelson. It's, you know, it's not too flashy, but, oh, chef, those sauces, oh, magnifique. Right, your carriage awaits. Don't let the prawn cocktails go cold.
Bye, all.
Toodles pip.
Toodle pip? Talk about mugs wanted.
Women or horses, it seems to be Fred's fate to pick losers.
Well, let's face it, love, there's no Arkless self, is there?
What's going on? What are you doing? We just sat here weighing things up. Do you mind? Why should I mind? Hiya.
Hi.
What's the score with the lovelies?
Oh, Marion's decided to move in there. She's bringing her bed down as soon as Eddie's fixed it up.
Oh, have I cracked it? Haven't I?
Yeah, sure, you cracked it. 3 cheers for you, Birchall the Terrible.
Oh, come on. She started it criticising. Anyway, how come she changed her mind?
Oh, she knew when she was beaten, didn't she?
Then am I crowing? Am I?
I'll tell you something, Mary Ellen. You've got nought at all to crow about. Because Marion's got the best of the bargain. As well as she knew as soon as she calmed down and got things in perspective.
OK, I promise I shan't crow.
Where's she go?
Just to say, I'm not crowing.
How's that fire going?
Hey, it's great. It's done, smashing.
Ah, well, hutch up. I feel like toasting me tootsies.
Come on, we can show. No thanks.
Hey, you can't whack this, can you?
Oh, it's great. Hey, fix that freezing bedroom into a contest.
Hey, stop crowing.
There we go. Home sweet home. Sunny Warrington.
You're not in a rush, are you, love?
No, I'm in no rush. To tell you the truth, I'm a little bit potty about it.
Oh, Fred. Hey, listen, I'll just nip up and see my Auntie Phoebe's gone home.
You know how I broke up about that meal.
Were you?
Yeah. The Nelson, it used to be a real good nosh house at one time, you know, but there they go. Managements come and managements go, don't they? Your Auntie Phoebe?
Oh, don't worry, it's just a precaution. Being a bit old-fashioned about fellas and that. She'll have gone because she has to catch her last buzz. So, once our Marlene's in bed.
Your Marlene?
My daughter. I mean, she's 12, I can leave her, but my auntie likes to come and, you know, keep her company. So, you just hang on here, love, and I'll nip up, see if coast's clear. OK?
OK.
Maureen! Auntie, what's up? I'm looking at Buzz. Oh, how'd you come to do that?
He went early. He wants reporting, that driver.
He wants locking up. I'll go and see my boyfriend. I'll give you a lift. Hang on. Fred, me Auntie Phoebe's missed her last buzz.
I gathered.
You couldn't give her a lift, could you, love?
I'd be ever so obliged.
Well,
She lives near Latchford Locks.
well, how far's that?
To the side of Warrington, about 8 miles, I'd say.
8 miles there, 8 miles back. I don't think I've got enough juice.
Oh, I'll pay for petrol.
Oh, I suppose so. Look, you'll be here when I get back, will you? I mean, you won't have fallen asleep. You know what I mean?
I don't know, love. I tend to drop off a bit quick. Think we'd better leave it tonight.
Leave it?
I'll phone you next week.
There's no point in phoning next week. I can't afford it next week, can I?
The week after, then?
That's no good. It's costing me a flipping fortune, is this lot?
I'm sorry, love. I can't help where I live.
Well, it's all right being sorry. I'm more than flipping sorry, aren't I? It's creasing me as this lot. I mean, it's all right. You don't run these things on fresh air, you know. It takes petrol. You've got to be a millionaire to keep this up.
Hey, where you going?
Tara!
I've got your money.
Come on, I'll phone you a taxi.
Come on now, let's have your glasses, please.
Well, if you ask me, I think it's time we did have something round here. I mean, if you want a night out, what have you got? The Orinoco, and that's it.
Yeah, well, one den of vice and iniquity is quite enough.
You speak for yourself, Hilda. It won't be a den of vice and iniquity.
More's the pity.
It's a wine bar and disco. A civilised night out on your own doorstep without that traipse up to town.
You won't be saying that when you fancy a quiet night in and you've got all that music booming down your ear holes.
Give over, Deirdre.
Give over nothing. You haven't got a 6-year-old kiddie to worry about, have you?
Tell me something. How did you get wind of this?
You just told me.
You didn't seem very surprised.
Well, that's natural enough. She knew because I told her.
I see.
And the reason I knew is quite simple. I've been given the job of putting a tender in for the plumbing, right?
All becoming very clear.
Yeah, it's quite clear which side this bread's buttered.
Have you lot no homes to go to, or what?
Tell me something, will you? How did you get to know?
Well, I heard a whisper, called in at the town hall, asked to see any recent applications, and lo and behold, there it was. Some outfit by the name of Yardley Development.
Yeah, I thought they could kid us, Kenneth, all that stripe about ice rinks.
It appeared in the Gazette. A notice went up on the door.
Yeah, very small notice, I'll bet.
There were the usual announcements as per bylaws, with time limit for objections.
Look, Len, you've got to admit that all this has been kept pretty quiet by people like yourself and Alf Roberts, who are obviously going to profit from it.
Yeah, it's a dodgy business all round, and something ought to be done. Steps should be taken.
Here, here.
And we return to the street tomorrow at the same time. After the break, Emmerdale.